So it's a redneck. He's got like a star. It's like a flag hat. He grabs a wasp nest with his hands. He's got some fucking psycho eyes.
That's a true American right there, dude.
I don't know what that he's singing, but it's definitely patriotic. No, it gets crazier, man. What do you think he's about to do?
Don't say he's gonna eat it.
I didn't say he's gonna eat it.
I feel like he's gonna eat it now.
How do you? Have you seen
Look
this?
at this. Just look at him, dude. He looks hungry. He looks like he could use some protein. Yeah.
So
there he is.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. No, that's not smart. That's just crazy.
It is a little crazy, but maybe he's building up an immunity. This episode drops, I think, Friday the 14th. So if you're watching this on YouTube this morning, tonight is Night of the Living cover bands. Come out if you want to see some live music. There's a big lineup. I'm doing some keys for my friend's band. We're covering Jamiroquai. His band's name is Blatzenia. If we can bring up his Instagram, we'll give him credit where it's due, so you can go check out the music there. And it should be a pretty fun night. So come out if you want to see some live music. You can get your tickets at launchpadrocks.com. And the fun does not end there. My other old bandmate and friend, Nate, has hit me up from The Houses. They are covering, I guess we are covering Cage the Elephant. I'll be doing keys for them as well. So that is next Friday, October 21st at 7. Again, you can get your tickets at launchpadrocks.com. And the last announcement that we've got, there's their Instagram there, The Houses, ABQ. And they're releasing an EP soon, or they just did. I'm not sure. But you guys can check out their stuff online too. And then our products are here. I'm going to keep hammering on this because I think these are actually pretty cool. They're definitely really soft. They're definitely high quality. I purchased them to test them out, to make sure that they're good enough for everybody out there. So if you would like to support the studios while also getting something that you're going to actually use, you can get some rags, some robes, or a blanket on our website, delaostudios.com. All right.
Oh, what? Hold on, I got one too, dude.
Yeah, welcome to Riches and Rags, episode number 17, I think. My name is Tyler Delao, a.k.a. Lil T-Bags, coming at you from Delao Studios. I'm joined here today by Casey Weston.
Yes, sir, that is me. Also, I guess my alter ego would be Sir Stancy Stang.
Sir Stancy Stang. Cameron, can we please pull up a tab? Maybe is Instagram the
Yeah, Instagram's probably the best place.
Probably the best one.
Yeah.
And then it's Sir Stancy Stang. Perfect. Yeah, you guys can see that on the screen there if Cameron wants to pull it up. That is his Instagram handle if anyone wants to go check out his content.
Barbie car, actually. It's just a Barbie car.
Yeah,
There's no content.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. It's cooler in person.
Okay.
Yeah, I was parked across the street. I'm like, Jesus.
You'd expect like a pretty hot like blonde girl to step out, wouldn't you? But then you get to see my bearded face and you're like, dude, what a ripoff.
I guess kind of. I mean, but to me, it looks like vaporwave. It's got kind of like that pink and purple for me has detached from a feminine. I mean, it's still kind of feminine, but for me, like that's a color I use a lot too.
Yeah.
So.
It's like the Miami Vice stuff, dude. It's like retro kind of thing, but the when you get up close, you'll see that there's like more glitter than like a strip club.
Okay. Does it ever attract any Barbie women?
You'd think. No, it's mostly just young kids talking shit.
Young kids.
Yeah. So like that's
Dudes.
always great. I thought I was gonna give me some MILFs, dude, but no luck with the MILFs yet.
You'll get there.
Yeah, so if you have a dope MILF audience, like, hit me up.
I mean, maybe if there's any MILFs out there. And I love the smell of this gunpowder.
Oh, yeah.
It smells so good in here. Anyways, yeah. Does your car have a name? Is there a name of your car?
So that's the hardest part, dude. I've had a lot of people, like, try to name it for me. All my cars, bro, I've never named my car. And what's funny is it kind of just stems from everything. My cat's name is Kitty. So I just don't have any. I'm a very creative person, but when it comes to naming, I'm like, my first child's pretty fucked. Like,
your car's name is probably just Car, right?
Yeah, dude. It's just whatever somebody screams at me, while I'm driving by. I'm like, that's the name for the day,
Can I interest you in a water?
My man, yes, please. What do you got though?
Well, this is a Red Bull. Sorry, I don't have an extra. Do you have do you want a Liquid Death or a Gerolsteiner?
Liquid Death, dude. You had me a Liquid Death. Have you tried the flavored ones yet?
I have not.
They're pretty bomb, dude. Sometimes it's just nice though, having just a regular water. It's gonna be crispy, dude.
Shout out to Liquid Death.
Yes.
Right on. Anyways, this car stuff, when we had a conversation on the phone, there was kind of a distinguishment between, like, in your words, an old Casey and a new Casey. And we really didn't get into that. I wanted to kind of save it for this, but would you like to kind of describe what that is, what people expected, or anything like that?
Yeah, kind of how you said it, like old Casey versus new Casey. It's just growth is natural, with everybody, and I've been in the car community for quite a long time. Coming out of high school, I've always wanted a car, but I didn't have money in high school. So the second I got out of high school, started working, I finally got my first car, and that just lit this fire, dude. I was very quiet in high school. I didn't have a lot of opportunities to express myself. So the car community was like, dude, this is like a blank canvas that I can literally just do whatever I want with, and that's pretty much what kind of started that whole thing. So I went from just quiet, how do I fly under the radar, Casey? I don't want to wear anything too crazy. I don't want to bring any too much attention to myself. hence new Casey here now.
Yeah, man, the shirt is dope.
I appreciate you,
definitely the opposite of non-attention.
I was at a beer festival, dude. I was 25 tasters down, and then I just saw this booth with the craziest shirts, and I was like, ah, damn it. Take my money. Take my money, dude. I'm a little bit chubbier now, so button-ups hide everything, dude.
Isn't everybody, though? It's America, man.
Oh, yeah. Dad bods are in. That's what I've heard. So from right then and there, I got my first car. It was not the car that I have now, but it kind of lit that fire. I was like, dude, I'm not in high school anymore. I want to have fun with this. I want to build something unique to me. And if you know anything about cars, Mustangs are not that. Mustangs are that car that you built for the track and you want to race and all this other stuff. And I was like, that sounds like not my jam. So then I just started getting really, just putting myself in these situations to meet new people.
So you didn't want to race?
Oh no, dude. Yeah, as in
it's too dangerous, or just you didn't want to mess with the cops or the.
So in reality, if you know Mustangs, again, the one that I have, it's a 03 2-valve V8.
So you kind of so that's the car that can't really perform.
Oh yeah, I'd race the fuck out of it if I had a fast car for sure. Okay. I'd probably get myself in jail.
So it's safe to say when you got out of high school, the car you got almost kind of determined a little bit of the path you were taking.
100%.
Modifications.
Yeah, dude. It was just that point where it's you get that car, it's just a blank canvas again, and it's most people be like, yep, this is the car that gets me to A to B, but I was like, dude, this is something I could literally do whatever I want to, and then drive around every day, and just cars are more than just that transportation.
It's a totally different philosophy on cars. My father, growing up, was a car salesman for 30-something years, and one of his things was don't devalue the car. Keep it the way it is. Don't put stickers on it. Oh, yeah. Don't ruin the interior. Just don't. The whole thing was save the value so you can resell it. But, growing up and getting older, you learn about people like yourself. They do whatever they want just for fun. That's cool. That's really cool.
The best thing I see is there's two kinds of people in this world. There are people that played with their Hot Wheels, and there are people that hung their Hot Wheels up on the wall. And I was the guy that launched those fuckers off a ramp, dude, slammed them out, did everything you could to them.
It's funny. My mom actually hot glued Hot Wheels around our bedroom when we were kids. We were 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah.
And the neighbor kid came over, and us three, including my brother and the neighbor, we ended up knocking them off of the walls so we could play with them.
Yeah, dude.
We're why are they up there?
Yeah. You might have lost out on some money, to be honest, nowadays, but
yeah.
Dude, life's too short, bro.
Right.
As in, money's dope and all, but getting the fact to, you got to play with your toys, dude. As in, I bought this car with like a 9,000 miles on it. So this was like a collector car. Like this guy loved this car. He unfortunately died, and his wife was selling his entire collection. So they put it up on Craigslist, and the wife was like, "Yeah, we can't fit it on the truck to get it to Barrett-Jackson, which is this huge like car auction." So then I'm like this young kid walking or like riding my longboard to C&M every day, just like waiting for this car. And then it popped up, and then I bought it. And she was like, "I hope you take care of this car, treasure it." It was completely stock. Like the seat still had plastic on it. The first day I bought it, I took the exhaust off and started this. Like,
You
if
took
she,
real good care of that
yeah,
car.
if she would have seen the car now, or if he, I don't, if you believe in ghosts, I'm surprised he hasn't started haunting me yet, because like I turned that car into, maybe he's happy. I'm
Maybe
not
he's
sure.
happy. He's probably admiring.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh man, I should have went pink, dude." But yeah, so it's like that. So again, pretty much that transition from old Casey to new Casey is just that. This car just gave me this opportunity to finally express myself in a way to not really give a fuck about people's opinion. Like
That's good.
It holds you back, dude. And like to this point, like I feel like that's what kind of made. I still get. If you go on my Instagram, I probably have like 40, 50 unanswered DMs of people talking tremendous shit, which is always fun. Like
How do you take that as like? Because I mean, your Instagram is sizable, so there. I'm sure you're getting a lot of DMs all the time. But
Yeah.
how do you handle like the shit talking?
So some people get off on that stuff, dude. Some people see this shit talking, and they're like, "Dude, oh man, I can't wait to get in there and just it's war, dude."
As the creator.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, "Dude, I can't wait." And dude, it's not worth my time. Like as in
like
I don't
that,
want to
yeah.
invest my time in any sort, because like, dude, that's time consuming. So
It
like at this
is,
point,
yeah.
like with those 50 DMs of people talking mad shit, which could take all day to get to.
Well, what are they saying? Are they just like talking shit about the car?
The car. Some people take shots as me, as
You?
me as a human being, which is fun too. But it's like no, and it's like again, they're younger individuals, so it's like they're not as seasoned yet, maybe. But at that point, they're all just like, again, thinking I'm maybe of a homosexual thing. So which is not a problem if I was, but I'm definitely not.
Right.
Either way, but it's like again, pink.
such a
It's funny
double
how pink
standard,
is just like,
yeah.
"Oh, dude, it's pink." Yeah, dude, pink is cool.
Oh,
Like,
do you think that's more of a stigma in the car community? Is like
It's a
that
stigma
that
everywhere, bro.
masculine thing. Okay, yeah,
yeah, it's like
everywhere it is,
imagine
but-
like, but here's one thing that you'll notice if you look into all like professional sports or anybody who is like, I'm not saying I'm good at anything, but pink is kind of like a weird flex, dude. It's like that flex to like if you see on a Machine Gun Kelly has taken it too far. Like she's taken it way too far, but that
Okay.
just shows that pink's that thing where like I feel like you're so confident that's that color just to prove it, I guess. Which it's never been a way for me to prove anything. It's like, but back in the day when I used to skateboard, my trucks are always pink, my slide gloves are always pink.
My favorite tank top is pink.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's just a cool color, man, and it's hilarious how it just infuriates some people. Like I just have people at red lights sometimes that are looking at me, and this guy's like, "Is that your sister's car?" And they're like, "Was that your girlfriend's car?" And I was like,
Oh,
"Dude,
okay,
like,
I see.
Like I wish it was my girlfriend's car, dude. Like that'd be dope."
And it's this car that you've got, the one that you parked across the street, that's the one we're talking about that you got right out of high school. You've had it this whole time?
No. So this is
Okay.
probably like my third car down, but
Okay, yeah,
it's
that's
like
what I thought.
I've had a bunch of shitty ones. I rode motorcycles for a while. Like it was
Damn.
like pretty much like a whole. I'm not gonna say I'm an entrepreneur, but at the end of the day, I didn't have a lot of money. So like my way of making money while working a minimum wage job was to invest my money in buying like vehicles, either motorcycles or just cars that I could, give a little bit of love to and then sell them for profit, which was like a pretty good strategy for me, which started with like a shitty Mustang to a bike, to a better bike, to another Mustang, then to finally this one. And that kind of just allowed, that's kind of where things took off. But I knew it's like, you can't expect to have your dream right out of high school, in my opinion.
Yeah, you'd have to be an anomaly.
Yeah, like
You see
there's
some people get that, but
you gotta work for it.
you really got to work for it.
Yeah, I've worked so many jobs, dude, and so like that hustle, like just to meet, like I could do anything. I could wash dishes because I knew where it was going to, and then that kind of got me that car, or the car that you guys are seeing now, and kind of that's pretty much made me the person I am today now. Like without this car, I don't think I would have ever ventured into this more of creative, I guess flamboyant, just outgoing person that I am today.
It's good for the camera. It really is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good for
probably
eyes.
moraying a little bit. You probably are like your eyes are hurting a little bit.
Nah, I'm sure some people are just listening and not even watching. We got to describe the videos and stuff too. But
Well, you're missing out, dude. I did my beard for you guys. I
yeah,
straightened
I'm
it.
sure people listen. We put it on Spotify and YouTube, so
Oh, dope.
people can pick their choose how they want to listen.
That's sick.
But yeah, I had a question. Damn, it just left me.
Dang. See, I ramble a lot too, so
No,
your
that's
boy can get on some tangents.
So the community that you kind of went in, because you said you didn't really like have so much of a way to express yourself in high school. Was it a community that you built, or was it one that you kind of entered into and were accepted into?
Dude. That's a good question. So starting with the community thing, like it's kind of scary getting into the car community because like at the beginning you don't really know anybody. It's kind of feels like that first day of class when you sit in a chair and you're like, I am new here and I have no friends. I have no clue what I'm doing, and that's pretty much what it started out like. And it's not that I didn't want to make any friends, I guess, but it was to the point where it's like, welcome to first day of class, I guess. So then at that point, the Mustang community was not for me, as in there were a bunch of older people that just weren't able to self-express, like as in this is how a Mustang is built, so this is how you build a Mustang.
Okay.
So I was like, this is not for me. So I kind of wandered into the stance community. So if the viewers here aren't familiar with what stance is,
I have actually no idea what that is.
then I got you. Let me learn you real quick.
I thought that was just a name.
Oh yeah, so stance pretty much like stance culture is basically when you see these cars that are just slammed out, pretty much lowered beyond.
Oh, we're
driving
talking
capabilities.
like as low as you can possibly get it. We've got a friend. We've got a friend.
Oh yeah, dude, and it's like, and you make it.
Cars.
They're like, wait, that's a culture? Yeah, it's a culture, dude. Like
Wow.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like a brotherhood. Like when you see the motorcycles driving and they give the little.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. When we were driving a car that can get stopped on a speed bump or a pebble, you kind of have that camaraderie. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, that speed bump on Fifth. Dude.
Why make it undrivable? It doesn't make
so
any
fun.
sense.
I'll have to take you for a drive after this, dude. It's like
Okay,
it's
for sure, man.
it's kind of weird because like you definitely break your car. Like even on the way here, I hit this bump that I was like, like my head hit the ceiling, and it's good stuff.
Your head hit the ceiling
Yeah,
of your
dude.
car.
Yeah.
Well, how big of a bump?
Like a moderate one. But yeah, so stance culture, it's like, and you can do that, you can achieve that a number of ways. You can like my car's bagged, so it's on air, so it can kind of go up and down, or you can keep it on coilovers and that sort of thing. So I found that community, and right away it's like these people that I was like, first off, this seems ridiculous, like how this is like a thing that people do. And then I started seeing cars with camber. So I don't know if do you know what camber is?
I have no idea.
So camber is pretty much when you start seeing cars with these wheels that are kind of tilted out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does look weird too.
yeah.
So just like as a regular guy who knows nothing much about cars, like
Yeah.
both of those things, camber and stance, are just weird. Like why would you
yeah.
do it?
Yeah, dude. When people see a cambered car, they're like, "What the? Did you?"
So here's
break it?
here's kind of what I'm getting at though, is that the whole you said it was a little bit ridiculousness, right? Was the word you used?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say the people that are doing it are more like fun, comical, lighthearted people? Like they're not as serious as like the Mustang crowd, for example?
Can't speak for the entire community. There's
Right.
people that of course that are like, "Oh, this is how a stance car needs to be built." So there's a war between bagged and static. So like cars that are on air and then cars that are like with not on air. So there's definitely like still that premise, but the community that I found, which was just like the small group of kind of like dudes that are older than me. I'd say like in their 20s, 25. So they were older than me, so I could look up to them.
Okay.
That community, they were called Flying Low here in New Mexico, and they were basically this welcoming, just fun, loving group of people that just said,
awesome.
"Do whatever you want to do, man." And like at that point,
What's your position on the bagged air?
so
So what's your position on it? Do you
Yeah.
have
So
one?
I do. I actually have a strong opinion on that.
Okay.
So it's like, again, there are people that are very stern where it's like, bags are for groceries or bags are for pussies, because like basically when you're driving your car, most people with bags, you see a bump, they could just bump up air, ride their car higher and avoid that bump where that person that's static is just gonna hit it for dear life. So
okay.
my strong opinion on it is depends. You got to do what's best for your lifestyle. At the end of the day, if you have to daily your car, so this is my daily driver. I drive it to work. I drive it to Las Cruces. I drive it to El Paso. I need to be able to air up to get to where I need to go. So at the end of the day, it suits my lifestyle. So I'd say it's the right choice for me. But then it's like, if I didn't do that, like your boy couldn't get to work. Like it's as simple as that. So it's like, you got to do what suits your lifestyle. And, so to settle that argument, it's like there's no right way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. But the only wrong way to do it is to do it because you don't want to be a pussy. So, yeah. So again, a lot of people listening to this right now may be like, what is this dude talking? This is the most, I have no clue what he's talking about. But, maybe go out to Montgomery. We all live here in Albuquerque, or most of you live in Albuquerque. Go out to Montgomery on a Saturday, Friday night, and you'll see what's going on.
Yeah, they go up and down.
Yeah, dude, it's just a flare. I think it might have been. I'm old now, so I haven't been out there in a minute. It may have changed, but yeah, it's just a dope time. It's weird to say that we just like to go cruise at night with each other, but yeah, cool little community.
Now, was Stance Quarters something that you made?
Yeah,
Or-
so that's another good one. Dude, this liquid death. It's parched.
Don't die. Stay hydrated.
So the kind of that came to that whole thing too. So I saw that flying low community that they built, and it was like maybe 8 to 10 people, super dope people. But it was to a point where I was like, I want to be a part of something bigger in a way. So, my way of thinking was I want to kind of try to build my own little community. And initially that worked out again. I was back by myself again. I was part of this cool community, which I was still friends with, but I was like, let's go venture out of your comfort zone again.
What's the first step? I mean, like, I always like to imagine as a viewer who's young or even older who just wants to start something new, like, what's that first step to building a community? In your case, with the cars.
Dude, just know that you can do it. You gotta have confidence in yourself and just, because, like, dude, so many people are just like, oh, what if people don't like me? Again, that whole, like, self thing, like.
That's a guarantee.
Yeah, and you gotta
the
just
haters in the DMs.
Oh yeah,
right?
you just gotta know that though.
Yeah.
It's like to that point where people, knowing that you're gonna venture out of your comfort zone and have to, kind of put yourself out there, because like people, initially, like it did not gain traction at all. Like it was to a point where our first booth was Stance Quarters, and I probably should have talked about what Stance Quarters is first.
That's fine.
But our first booth at Stance Quarters, we had hardly any support. Stance Quarters was basically started off as I went and found cars locally that I liked, and I shot a video for them and pretty much just wanted to highlight them and show them off to the community. So we went to our first booth. I made my own stickers. I made my own shirts. And we went out to El Paso, and I set up my little booth compared to these monstrous booths. Like these are like professional looking booths. And I sat there with a smile on my face with my couple my couple different stickers I created, my one shirt.
You got them like you designed them yourself on the computer and had them printed out from a company?
Actually, I had my own cutter. So yeah, I ended up just pretty much saying I want to do everything myself. I want to know every process of this.
Okay.
I want to be in charge of everything. So pretty much did that. Did my own. We luckily didn't screen print. We had a homie that helped us screen print, because that is not my cup of tea.
Okay.
But yeah, I just stood at that booth, and where most people would have been like, one of the people I was with wanted to actually go home. He's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this at all. This seems silly. So, like, I was like, no, we're going to do this. So we both put smiles on our faces and ended up selling out of all of our merchandise.
It's tough to just go out there in the, like, what's the cold water?
Oh, yeah.
How do you, I forget the expression, just going in cold.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. Well, just jumping into the deep end, just hoping you can swim.
And you had to pay for your booth?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had to put up that investment, and did you make your money and then a profit from selling all the merch?
We did. So, like, that was our first profit, actually, our first net
Dope.
profit. And it's like, at the end of the day, if anybody is into making their brand and stuff, the profit margin on stickers, especially if you're cutting your own stickers, is ridiculous. As in, you get
like
these
a
good
rig?
profit. Yeah, it's. I use
Okay.
ridiculous a lot. Sorry. Let's
No,
put a ridiculous counter on here and just put little tallies. But no, it's a very low margin. Like if you're cutting your own stickers, you can cut the sticker for maybe 69, less than 50 cents, and then you're selling these stickers for $5 to $10. And so at that point, it's like stickers are the number one thing that helped build my brand, because there was not a car in Albuquerque after that first year that did not have Stance Quarters on their car. So they paid for that sticker, and then they're driving around every day with my sticker.
I see it.
Yeah.
I
Still?
I drive Uber for work.
Oh, wow.
Or I drive rideshare for work.
Yeah.
And dude, I deliver stuff too. Dude, I see the Stance Quarters stickers everywhere, man.
That's
Like
crazy.
no joke, dude. Everywhere over the city. It's not all the time, but it is every year.
Those are holding
Like,
on
I'm
for
seeing them
dear
throughout the year.
life, bro. Those are like, so it's like, that's the thing though. It's like that you got to figure out like what products you can, what you can make with what you have now. And at that point, I knew I couldn't have a huge booth. I couldn't have 6 different T-shirts. I couldn't have hoodies. But I was like, I can
Right.
cut my own stickers.
And our kind of adaptation here with this podcast is experimenting with print on demand. I've never done print on demand before, where you can like make a design for a T-shirt,
Yeah.
and then like when someone orders it, the factory makes one just for that person,
Well, that's cool.
and they ship just that one. They print it on demand for that person, and if they want to send it back, it goes back to that company, and all you're doing is designing it
Yeah.
and marketing it.
See, and that's smart. Like,
So that's what we're doing with the rags here.
yeah. And see, that's definitely smart. I know a lot of people that did the same thing. I don't remember what it's called, like when you have that third party or that like
Drop shipping.
maybe. So,
Um,
either way, but it's like, yeah, where that would have helped me get there. Unfortunately, when I started SQ, Stance Course, I didn't do a lot of research. I kind of just was like, I'm just going to do this. And I love the fact, though, that when I made somebody ordered a sticker or a banner, that I could personally, like, that's what helped build that brand. Like, networking was huge. Actually, like, caring about people, and not saying that other people don't, but the fact that they'd order something and I could actually go meet up with them, learn about them, talk about their cars, and actually install their sticker for them, and just create that initial relationship.
So having a personal touch, like you physically would go meet the people just to give them the stickers instead of shipping it to
to a
them?
point at the beginning,
That's
until it started getting
awesome.
so crazy to a point where I had to do meetups. So it was like,
Okay, you had to weigh that time factor where it was like bottlenecking, right?
oh, it
Like,
was getting crazy. It was like an
Okay.
entire day. I was like, I can't meet up with 15 people today. So I was like, we ended up
So
doing,
then you're like, come to me.
yeah, well,
yeah.
no, it was like to a point where it was like, I'll be at Target, on Saturday, 5 to 6. And then we ended up just having a dope, like little car shows and meetups where people would come in and put banners and talk to each other. And then
Nice.
that's what built that relationship, because like people would be driving and then you see somebody else with the Stance Core sticker on their car. And right away you have something in common with each other and you're homies.
Okay.
So
That's awesome. Yeah, you got to get out there, people. You want to do something, whatever it is, hot yoga.
Yeah.
What's a weird thing people might do?
hot yoga seems to,
I see some people LARPing in my park,
dude, that's
live
dope.
action role playing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I
Uh.
mean, like, I've thought about joining.
I'd probably hurt somebody. I always watch Role Models, that one part where they're fucking
Yeah,
LARPing
dude.
and shit. I'd
dude.
end up like hitting somebody in the face with it or something. I don't even know.
So there's one huge element in this whole story that I think is not been discussed yet, and that's the videography and the filming of and the pictures. And when did that start? When did that accelerate? And is that your main focus now?
Yeah. So pretty much, again, coming out of high school, had no clue what I was going to do with my life. All my friends were in college, and I was in community college going for my business admin degree. And then I, again, knew that whole thing where I was like, I don't like talking to people. I don't know what I'm doing. So I ended up going into public speaking courses, learning how to public speak. Actually was head of the entrepreneur club at C&M for a while, and then that kind of started getting my wheels turning and saying, what skill could I start to develop? And I was like, I love cars. How could I further my love for cars? And I was like, picked up a camera, started shooting my own car, and I was like, dude, this might be it. I really enjoy putting together these just to know that I could tell stories now, like by myself. So it's like, started shooting my own car. And then initially I was like, all right, I'm done shooting my own car. I want to start shooting other people's cars.
Now, did you have people come to you and say, hey, film my car? Or you had to reach out to other people and say, can I film your car?
So that's a good one too, dude. Because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, somebody does listen to this and they want to, that's a lot of people are wanting to do that these days. And the misconception is you have to sometimes humble yourself a little bit and realize, like, you're not going to make money. Like, I knew right away the first year, I was like, I'm making money from my merchandise. I can't be making money from these shoots. I can't be hitting people up and saying, hey, can I shoot your car? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And I'm like, all right, that'll be $150.
Oh, no, that
Like,
won't work.
No, and
No,
some
no, no.
people still do that these days. They tell me they're trying to do what I did back in the day, and they're like, I don't know why it's not working. And I'm like,
I think that's almost like a predatory form of marketing. It's kind of like, if you're going to offer something, offer it with a good heart.
Yeah.
With the intention to give it.
yeah,
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I knew people weren't coming to me because they didn't know who I was. I didn't have any portfolio. So I knew from a fact I'm going to humble myself and reach out to these people with genuine interest of their car. Because
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at that point, every car that I shot got a Stance Quarter sticker, and I almost started turning people down. Once the ball started rolling, people were coming into our DMs and saying, how much do I have to pay you for a shoot?
There you go. Because
Yeah.
you established that credibility.
Yeah, you can't just walk in with credibility.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're like, well, I've been shooting for 5 years. And I'm like, alrighty, see how that's going to work for you. So you gotta humble yourself first, and which we did. And it got to a point where we knew where our profit was coming from, and our profit was coming from merchandise, which people were nice enough to support us through merch, which then allowed us to continue doing what we wanted to do.
What else was part of the merch catalog? So you had stickers. What else did you have?
We had pretty much stickers, hats, hoodies,
Hats,
shirts,
hoodies.
like a bunch of apparel. we did, like exclusive bottle openers that were like laser cut, and we just did a
Okay.
lot of cool, like nothing too crazy. We wanted to keep it simple, kind of like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A knows what they want to do, and they do chicken, dude.
Yeah, you keep a few items, and
Yeah.
then people have an easier time purchasing those, because if there's too many options, then they get, what is it, like an overload? They can't. I don't know.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I don't want to scroll through 6 pages of merch, so it's like
Yeah.
we did exclusive stuff, like get them while you can, like
There you go. That's a tactic. Yeah. A
And
limited time offer kind of thing.
pretty much like once they're sold out, we're not making them again. I remember people were always like, I want that gold shirt, and I'm like, it's gone now. Like it's gone now,
And
I was
then
like,
staying true to that
Yeah.
word and not actually making it again. Like
No.
that's okay.
yeah, and like even to this day, like I highly doubt there's
Wow.
any more OGs out there. But I remember used to go and like seeing our first shirt that we ever dropped, just like thrashed. Like you could tell that they've like laid in some oil, like did all kinds of stuff, and that shirt
Nice.
was still holding on. And they knew that you can't just go buy that shirt again. So exclusivity was important. But yeah, again, filmmaking, like that video. Without video, we would just be another brand not offering any value. The value that we wanted to offer was pride in New Mexico, like getting people to see, like, dude, because people are always like, California is where all the cool cars are at. Nonsense, dude. We have a bunch of dope cars here.
We got a lot of good stuff here, and,
Yeah.
and I think everyone in the country is going to start seeing it soon. There's
Yeah.
just not been a spotlight on Albuquerque, like, really ever.
Yeah.
So,
And so that was our goal, to just highlight, that was the what we were giving people, as in we wanted to give people that, and we wanted to not necessarily like, make a ton of money, but allow us to buy new camera equipment.
well, yeah, I mean,
So-
it's understandable to want to bring in at least some to keep improving.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair for anyone. And even on the consumer's point, from like the people buying your stuff,
Yeah.
they get it. That's why they supported you too.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, you didn't. Did you ever start like pushing the profits? Where you were like, we need to just start growing it.
To a point, it was getting to a point where so I had a 9 to 5.
Okay.
I was doing commission sales. So again, thanks to like my social or the public speaking course and stuff, because sales is you got to be a people person for sales, and I was not a people person before. So while I was doing those like the commission sales, Stance Quarters literally started to just take more and more and more of my time. So it was to a point where I was like, dude, we need to expand out of New Mexico.
Okay.
So it got to a point where I knew that I needed to make a decision. Is Stance Quarters going to be my main income source, or is it going to continue to be a hobby? Because there's going to always be that point where you have to make that decision. If you don't make that plunge, you're never going to get out of that hobbyist state.
And at this point in time, when you were making that decision, had you already formed a business, an LLC?
Yeah. So
You
that
had
was the
already
first
done-
thing we did.
Okay. And then how big is your team at this point? Like
Team of 2, dude.
team of 2.
Team of 2.
Cool. Keep it small.
Yeah, dude. And it's like eventually, like we started to get those people's like out of Arizona and Texas that said, "Hey, we'd love to shoot for y'all." So at that point, we would have doing the same thing like that we do here, but it would be people showcasing now out of, because we can't be everywhere at once, So looking for talented photographers and videographers to start showcasing their state through our name.
Okay.
Yeah, which again, when that decision came, so I had that decision to make, and unfortunately, I ended up I was making pretty good money in sales at that time
From the other job?
from that sales job that I had, that full commission sales job. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like I knew that for me to quit that job and fully pursue Stance Quarters, I'd have to make a significant change in mindset and also start strategizing on how it could actually be more than just a hobby.
That's awesome. That's a huge risk. I think most people probably wouldn't even take.
Yeah.
And
And at that point, I didn't really jump on it right away because, again, I was making good money. So I realized that there's something that we also got to ask ourselves, too, when you get that decision. Just because you enjoy something doesn't mean that's going to be your main money source. So
Right.
I started to analyze what I loved about Stance Quarters and how I could actually make more money through, maybe not through merch sales or through car shoots. And then I realized that catalyst was my camera. So I was like, I can still do what I enjoy, but I'm going to have to shift on how I use my camera to get out of this sales job and be a full-time freelancer. So
okay.
yeah, that was that huge question. So unfortunately, Stance Quarters kind of ended right there. Slowly, I realized that I didn't have enough time to build the community I wanted to build, and then started focusing more on just becoming the best freelance videographer and actually learning how to shoot proper video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say you said stance quarters stopped, I mean I still see videos being posted and stuff, and so that's the other people from out of state and doing it through your name, showcasing their own stuff, or
No, dude. So it's just weird, bro. Videos are just still from ours are still welcome to internet, where everybody can take a video that they want and claim it as their own, or just like remaster it or whatnot. But we haven't made a stance quarters video in about 2 years.
Okay.
We haven't opened our shop in about 2 years.
Okay.
But the videos that you still see are just some viral videos that are still just banging around, dude.
All right, right on.
Yeah, it makes me sad. I miss dance quarters so much, but it was to the point where it's like I'm the type of person, if I can't put my whole heart into something, especially with a community that was so amazing, I wasn't willing to half-ass it.
Well, if you did it once, you can do it again.
100%.
Yeah. So I mean, is there any prospective desire to like do something like that again, but bigger and better? Or to restart stance quarters or jump back into it and then keep the ball or pick the ball back up?
I think so. I think it's going to be more of I want to shoot a car every day. Like, as in that nothing's more fun than leaning out of a car doing 60 and like with a $5,000-$6,000 gimbal in your hand and just being like, what's going to happen? And then going home and watching that footage and just being able to be like, this was sick. So eventually I think it's going to happen, and how it's going to be different is it's going to be more team oriented. Realizing that there are so many talented videographers, photographers out there now that I would love for them to do basically what I did, and I would just help them get there. So like I would be more the facilitator. I wouldn't be maybe shooting as much, but I would pretty much be letting these younger guns, I guess, have the opportunity to kind of do what I did.
And you're in a place to do that because you've gone through it. And you've kind of seen where things can be improved and where things can be emphasized.
Yeah.
That's so dope. So dope. So the videography is what you're leaning into heavy now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So at that point, that's when I made that decision. COVID hit, and I was like, and for commission sales, it hit commission sales pretty hard. Like, you don't have foot traffic anymore, and I was like not making the money I was used to. So I was like, dude, this is literally the first day that COVID hit. I don't remember what day that was. Like, but I just remember I was like, no, I'm done. And I actually gave my 2 weeks, quit on that spot.
Damn.
And then picked up my camera, and I was like, how are we gonna do this? And that pretty much started everything, dude. I was literally just I woke up every day, and I was like, I shot a soda can, or I shot some candy. I don't even know. It was just anything. I just shot everything that I could.
And you just kept playing with the settings on the camera to make it clearer and make it more cinematic.
There's no way that people should not know how to use their camera nowadays. If 10 years ago, sure, but we have YouTube, man.
Yeah,
like YouTube. Everything I didn't know, I literally just spent hours and hours on YouTube.
That's what I've had to do, and even still, it's like not exactly where I want it, but
Yeah.
There's always improvement.
Oh yeah, dude, and that's the thing is, so many people are like, well, I didn't go to film school, and I'm like, and like,
well, actually, that was another kind of passing question in my head. You said you went to C&M to take some courses. Did you ever finish your degree?
So I got an associate's in liberal arts.
And did you ever use it?
No.
So you didn't use the degree paper, but you definitely ended up using the skills and the networking of people that you
100%.
went to for the college. I actually am in the same boat.
Nice.
I used the piece of paper a little bit, but I think the more valuable thing that I got out of it was the people I met and the skills I developed as well. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely reasons to go to college still.
Yeah, and you got to look at it that way, though. So many people are like, they may have not sat down and actually like examined it a little bit. They're like, yeah, I got this degree, never used it. Think about like what happened in those 2 years. Like, who did you meet? Yeah. What did you learn? As in, again, I'm never going to go back to college. I can assure you that. But it's like that time learning and just realizing that you have to, wherever you have to go, you're either going to be working in school or you're going to either work on building a skill. You're going to have to work. So just choose what do you want to do.
And that time is pretty valuable early on. So if you're like leaning into that skill, I think that's a huge power move. That's my opinion.
No, 100%. Yeah. And too many people just don't. Too many people just love to just do a little pity party. You know what I mean? They're like, went to school for a marketing degree, got my marketing degree, and I don't have a marketing job yet. And I'm like,
what marketing?
You haven't met the right person, dude. Like, you have that tool now.
It's a tool.
Yeah, it's like if I was in the position I was now and I had that piece of paper in marketing, so I was going for business administration and a little bit of marketing, I would have. I'd be a little bit easier in the position I'm in now because that's the field that I'm in is digital marketing. But the fact that I didn't, I'm not going to be like, I can't be a marketer. I can't be in marketing because I don't have a degree. So I just realized I chose to work hard on building a skill and not invest that time in getting that piece of paper and just keep rolling with it, dude.
What are the types of videography that you've made? You said you started like with candy and maybe drinks or whatever, but I mean like professionally, like you've sold content, right? Like
Yeah.
commercials and stuff. I think I've seen some for local companies.
Yeah. So initially, again, when I made that choice to freelance and stop doing sales, I knew that there was nothing that I won't film. Okay, there's some things I won't. Like, sorry, mom. But there, fuck. Actually, I'd probably film that too. Like, I'd make it some dope stuff.
I don't even know what you're talking about, man. There's
know.
so many different things,
Oh yeah, so it's like I promised my parents I wouldn't shoot porn, so that's the only thing I won't do.
Hey,
so,
that's a good promise to your parents.
Yeah,
and it sounds like they care.
Yeah,
so.
they do, and I was like, cause they like to watch all my videos, and knowing me, I'd be like, I made this. You guys gotta watch this transition, dude. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah. So
that's hilarious.
But yeah, I just knew that I would film everything and anything. And it's like knowing the capabilities of social media. So like, going back a little bit, I knew that I built this platform through my car, and I was like, dude, like building social media. So many people were like making fun of me all the time. They're like, why do you just go outside and take pictures of your car? Like, why are you on TikTok? That's like a kid's app. You know what I mean? And I was like,
that's what everyone said when it first came out.
And they did, bro. And I had literally some of my best friends like that were almost embarrassed of me because I was like, dude, I gotta film a TikTok real quick. And they're like, what are you? This is girls, little kids
Just
dance on this
dancing.
app, dude. And I was like, just wait, bro.
That is incredible foresight that
Yeah.
you had too. There's definitely a few content creators that saw that wave with TikTok in its very inception.
Yeah.
And the fact that you caught on that train, dude, that's a skill of insight that you will be able to rinse and repeat throughout time.
That's what I'm hoping, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, again, though, it's like so many people are just so like, I don't want to, like, why are you wasting your time with that?
Did you see an increase of your other socials once the TikTok started picking up? Did you see conversions in the other?
100%.
So it's like real. It's not just all bots.
Oh no, dude. And it's like, again, when I started that TikTok, because I knew I was like, I'm now a freelance videographer. All right. So like, I don't have, how else are you going to get your content seen if you don't have a platform? If you don't build yourself a platform, it's going to be hard to get this hard work of mine shown. So pretty much jumping into that, I knew I was like, I have a decent plus size platform. I think at that time I was at maybe 14,000 followers on Sir Stancy, on my car page that you guys already saw.
The Instagram?
Yeah, on the Instagram. And then on TikTok, I was just starting out. It was trickling in, nothing too crazy. I had a lot of videos that were like, 100 views, whatever. But I was like, dude, I still think this is fun. I'm enjoying. At this point, I didn't even necessarily see there was promise, but I was like, this is fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started getting some crazy viral videos that were just hitting the mills, dude. And I was just like, what? I woke up one morning and I was like, what is happening? I have no clue what's going on.
What did that feel like to get your first viral video? And how big was it?
I think the biggest one I hit was like 4 million or something.
4 million views?
Yeah. And it was like overnight though. And I was like,
My
what is
God,
happening?
overnight?
Yeah, dude.
4 million. And what was the like ratio percentage? Do you know the stats
we
on
can
it?
look, dude. Hold
Okay.
on.
All right, actually, you can pull it up on the screen too so people can see.
Just pull it up.
Yeah, he'll pull it.
Word.
Is it on your
It'll
TikTok?
be on TikTok, yeah.
So it says the same handle, Sir Stancy Sting.
Yup.
Yeah, I've definitely been experimenting with TikTok as well, just with different stuff. And I think the biggest video I've gotten a pop is like 6,000 or 7,000 views. And then I've got one on Instagram for the podcast that's like hit 6,000, but it's taken almost a week.
That's chill, though.
But it's like, yeah, dude, I'm just like curious what that would feel like to go just like 4 million overnight. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be like way at the beginning, dude. You're gonna have to scroll for quite a while. But yeah, like the feeling was like,
Nice.
it was just like,
Damn. Yep. Oh, that one.
that is loud.
Yep.
But yeah, again, it's like it was giving nothing to anybody.
Yeah, we'll mute that because it's a soundtrack. Yeah. That's dope.
But and again, I just realized I was like, dude, you can show anything you want to people. Too many people are like, you have this platform that you can literally show your car, your workout regimen, your cooking skills, anything you want. So I was like, after seeing that pop off, I was like, there's no way that doing this whole freelancing thing, that if I were to say, hey, I'm not gonna get this cocky, but Liquid Death is sitting here, and I was like, dude, I'd go check their Instagram, I'd see what their Instagram's looking like, and I'd be like, I don't see a lot of good pictures, I don't see any videos, and I was like, I could totally just do that. So then I would make a video for a company, I would tag them, I'd send them an email, let them know, hey, if you want this content, I'll give it to you guys for free. There's copyright-free music.
This is the same tactic you used when you were giving your stickers out and stuff and,
Yep.
and doing the videos. Is you made the videos for them up front and you said, look.
Yeah.
And you made them say, damn, this is good enough. We want to buy another one.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've thought about, and I haven't done it yet, but I've been really wanting to do one with Gerolsteiner. I'm going to try it all on my own because I see your behind the scenes stuff on it, or at least years ago I would see the behind the scenes stuff with you guys like in the backyards with like string lights, and you're like playing with like dry ice, and you're like chopping up vegetables like lemons and throwing it, and it's just like it looks silly from like the objective point of view.
Yeah.
But then when you like pull it into the cinematic like end result, it's just like wow.
And that's what most people like. Again, though, most like it all takes that little bit of research and then confidence in yourself to know that like I had literally I even told a friend that when I got out of my job and we pretty much I was freelancing for a while. I had some good clients. I didn't have any like big ones that I could say would come to me every month because they just didn't need that sort of that much content. But I told Ethan, I was like, dude, Ethan's the person that's been in every business venture of mine. He's a photographer, a very talented photographer. And
was he the one that was accompanying you when you shot our music video?
Yes, which we need to foreshadow back to.
Well, we will. We'll come back to it.
But I was like, dude, I've been doing some research basically. I was looking around at a lot of local breweries, and I was like, dude, they make some crazy beers, bro. And I was like, their Instagram does not do them justice. As in, these breweries are putting this time, and I'm like, their marketing
they were really good beers.
And yeah, that's crazy.
Like high quality brews.
And I was like, step it up, guys. And I was like, so dude, I was like, here's the thing. One of these breweries just released a glitter beer, and I was like, dude, this is right up my alley. Like, there's legit glitter in this beer.
Is what, like 3 or 4 years ago?
I'm gonna say it's 2 years ago.
Is this video still on their Instagram, or do you have your videos on their Instagram? Or
yeah. So it actually is on Bossy's Instagram. It's deep though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's deep. And yeah, they released this glitter beer, and I was like, dude, what kind of company released a glitter beer
Instagram
and not post some cool content of it? So right then and there, I was like, dude, there's money to be made.
There was like glitter inside the liquid, or
yeah, so it's like edible glitter,
dude.
Yeah, and it just makes these beers so pretty, bro. And so I like, now that we're scrolling through this, I've been working. So then basically that's the day I landed my first big client, where by me reaching out to them.
So again, you're working local within the community, which is really good. So you're still sticking to your same tactics. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you, man.
Yeah, and this is a great example of just like, dude, this beer was called Corduroy Confidence. So I went to Goodwill, picked up some corduroys, dude. And I was like,
yeah, like that's so cool. Yeah.
How else do you? I was like, they make some weird beers, man. So gotta have some fun.
Don't you know, dude? You're not supposed to bring glass near the pool, bro.
Dude, make your own rules, dude. Make your own rules.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck. Look, there you are again, up just a regular picture. Same. Was it the same shoot?
Same shoot, yeah. So like, luckily again, so this Ethan, he's my photographer at Bosky. So yeah, him and I pretty much just do a little like tag team.
Super rebel, dude. Just jumping in that pool with glass, fully clothed.
Yeah, dude. Those
no swim trunks.
Those shoes were fucking squishy. Like, but yeah. So as you can tell, I've been working with them for a while. So I started off as just a contractor. They would just pay me on a contractual basis.
And what does that mean? Like a per video basis, or like a batch of videos?
So it'd be like monthly. So we'd pretty much establish like an order, and they'd say, oh, we want this many reels, we want this many YouTube videos, we want this many pictures.
Oh, okay.
And then so we would just be contractors. And we were making some pretty sweet money, I got to say. That was probably some of the coolest moments of just cashing checks that I've never seen before.
That's awesome. And were those was that would you say like real money at that point?
It was real money, yeah.
It was really like, okay.
And I was like, to the point where I was like, dude, this was the right decision. Like, I was terrified to quit my job. But then I realized, like, dude, second I realized, like, dude, this is it.
And at this point, you were pretty like about cutting off stance quarters too, right? You were making that decision, like, where can I like?
Yeah, dude, because this again, like, it's not, you can't always be money driven. Yeah, sorry, dude, you're still.
Oh, it's okay.
You're still in the beginning areas, yeah. But
it looks like they've definitely upped their social media game since you like got to doing business with them.
Yeah. And what's crazy is
there's just endless pictures on this Bosque Brewing Instagram, and they're all very high quality.
You're getting close.
We don't. I mean, we could keep looking, but
shoot, I totally forgot what I was talking about.
The COVID.
Oh yeah, so yeah, basically
that decision down the line.
Yeah, dude, and so like I realized the second that happened, I was like, oh, there it is, right there. Scroll up a little bit more, see that go up a little bit more. So right there.
Okay.
So that was the first video we ever shot for them.
Okay, this is cool.
And yeah, it was like, looking at it now, I was like,
It's
I could do
blue.
so much. But yeah, I was like, this beer is beautiful though.
Wow, and it's like cosmic swirl. I imagine like snowflake glitter, but that's like like liquid swirly glitter.
Pearlescent, dude. Yeah.
Wow, that's that's dope.
So again, it's like I had no expectations, but I knew I was like, dude, these people don't have this content, and that's kind of what established that relationship.
And that's the one that you made for free.
Yeah.
That you were just like, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah. And we actually worked for free for a little while, dude. I'm not gonna even lie. Like we, started out with them, and I was like, hey, they love this video. And I was like, would you mind if we came by and just had some fun?
And who was the first to negotiate a pay? Was it a request on your part, or were they like, you know what, we want to pay you now?
So they were paying us.
offered.
They were paying us some pretty good amounts of beer. I'm not gonna lie. Our fridge was always stocked with beer, which was cool for the first month. But then initially they started like, because again, they weren't actively looking for this. Like that's the
Of
coolest
course.
thing that you
Okay,
can do is you
that's
can
important.
provide value and make somebody want something when they weren't even shopping. Like
Well, that's hard because that's creating a market.
yeah,
Because I often hear in the entrepreneurial advice is it's easier to supply a market that's already there. Like
100%.
find a demand that's already there and then like enter it. And then if you're trying to make one, that's harder. So you're doing the harder. but
I don't know.
You made
yeah.
it work, man.
It worked, but yeah, at that point it's like they then finally was like, dude, we'd love to bring you guys on as like full contractors. So then we actually had a first retainer. So a retaining client means that it's a client that you're gonna have on a monthly basis.
Nice.
And it was like pretty cool from there. And what we started to see though is that changed the entire brewing community, in my opinion. Like everybody was like, oh, social media is something that we need to take serious. So then a lot of people started
Okay.
getting photographers and videographers, and you started seeing everybody step their game up. And it was like, it's
Because
really cool.
there's a lot of competitors of the local breweries here.
There are.
There's off the top of my head, Marble.
Yep, Marble, La Cumbre.
La Cumbre is a big one.
Yeah, Rio Bravo, Steelbender.
Yeah, you know them.
There's
Do you work with multiple
no, so that's one thing that was part of a retaining client.
It's an exclusive agreement?
Yeah. So at that point there was an agreement that we could only work for Bosky, which is
Damn.
good though, because at that point some people again get greedy, dude, and realize like I wanted to invest my time in helping one company. If you start doing everything for a bunch of different people, like
Is the contract, and you can always just say I don't want to answer if the question gets too deep. Is the contract like on a yearly basis, or are you like tied to them with the exclusivity part of it, or is it like a renewing monthly basis?
it was something, again, I was just flying by the seat of my pants. So I was just making different ones. So we were on monthly was something that I could comprehend. The foresight of being with somebody for a year is difficult.
So next month, if you wanted to just stop working with them and start another company, you could.
I probably could. I don't know
But
if
it
we
would
ever...
just break the relationship, and because you know the people in the business.
Yeah. So
Okay.
burning bridges is never something I recommend. Yeah. And it's to the point where I was like, dude, I'm having a blast. This company literally fits what we love to do.
Okay.
And I was like, so then from there, it's like we went from contractors to paid employees.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was just a videographer. Then I became their social media manager. And now I'm in their marketing team.
Okay.
So it's like, you never know. So like, that's the thing. You never know where you're going to go. So you just always put your best foot forward and give your best. And you never know where you're going to be.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As corny
Cameron,
as that sounds.
how's the audio sound in there? Everything sound good?
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, you're good. Hell yeah, that's great. Damn. So you've built a community. You learned about how to market stuff through your camera. You focused on your car. You got into beverages with companies. But one little thing you experimented with, and this is a little bit of how we're connected too, because we knew each other in high school, but like we did a little business deal together. And it's when I had a band back at the beginning of college, and you were brand new to the camera stuff, or
I think I shot my first car video that I ever shot of my car, and you were dope enough to hit me up and compliment me on it.
Yeah,
and
man, I love to encourage people when I see like quality things, and I remember I saw that, I was like, dude, this is high quality video. I was like, I gotta at least like reach out to him. We were looking to make a music video, so I just took a shot and was like, are you interested in trying to do a music video?
And dude, and that's one thing, like I had no clue what I was doing at all. But like you gotta be, again, venturing out of your comfort zone. I was like, dude, I'm probably gonna fail at this for sure. And looking back at it now, I thought it was a pretty cool music video, but I
Yeah.
have a lot to learn? I had so much to learn, dude.
It was a whole one frame still shot, which was a great concept, and you made it a point to mark the tape around it. I was the one to bump the camera.
No, I think it was
That-
somebody
no,
else.
no,
that
no, no,
fell,
no.
Dude.
It was me,
you.
dude. Can we bring that up? What was it? If We Didn't Grow Old, was that the name of the song? YouTube. It's probably still up on YouTube. I think it's It Could Have Been Me. I don't know. Let's see. Are there any other those are all the songs. Let's see. That's got to be somewhere, but maybe in the videos tab right there when it says home videos. There it is, right there in the middle. So
Tyler killed it. All right, just go easy on me, okay?
yeah, no, they're like the halfway through the video we bumped it. Yeah, I wonder if I get copyrighted on my own. Actually, this is going to be an interesting test because we own the copyright. I mean, as a band, we own the copyright on this particular audio. Anytime I play any like audio from another song, like on a TikTok video, and it's like clearly audible, YouTube will put like a copyright mark on it.
Oh yeah.
And the only way to get around that is to like reach out to the
Dispute
original creators. So this, if this goes off in place, this will be interesting.
You copyright yourself.
Yeah, let's skip ahead and see towards the end because it gets weird. We had gorilla suits and you did the editing and
this is a jam, dude. It was like I think how many takes did we do? Like it was pouring rain in this storage container. Like it was freezing, pouring rain. We're in a storage container, and I think we took like 9-10 takes.
Wow, is that real smoke? That was real fog? Yeah, it was raining. We took a lot of takes for sure because we were just like, let's pick a bunch of cuts. Let's change some costumes. Let's change some lighting. And yeah, we just went and had fun with it. We had no idea what we were doing really.
No.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And we had a friend who was managing a storage unit facility at the time. His name is I want to give him credit. I'll say his name is Josh. I won't say his last name for his privacy, but yeah, he was like cool enough to be like, yeah, I've got a big one that's got a high roof in it. It's empty, and if you guys want to film in here, you can. And again, this is like just asking people, networking, reaching out, resources. We're like, this was a non-budget music video, and like we paid you, right? Yeah, because I wanted to. Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that's important to do. Josh was nice enough to like let us use the facility for free, and then I think we bought everyone food and beer that showed up for the background.
That's all
and stuff.
You need, dude. That's all you need.
So you got to make it happen, people.
Yeah, dude. And it's like again, like looking back at it now, I have a lot of people that tell me they're like, I don't shoot weddings, and I'm like, so you've shot a wedding and you didn't like it? And they're like, no, I just decided I don't shoot weddings. And I'm like, that's fine, but I'm like, how do you know until you do it? Like, I'm not saying you want to. If you really feel that uncomfortable, like you literally never held the camera in your life, don't go shoot a wedding. Like you're gonna make some people very sad. But it's like at that point you got to learn to try new things, film different things to figure out what you like. Because unless you've been doing it for 10 years, you're not gonna know where your niche is until you actually search for it. So it's like,
do you think you found yours with like the beverages and
for the time being? For the time being. But again, I'm always want
to grow and expand. And
dude, looking for new
skills.
stuff,
That's
dude.
dope. Yeah,
and it's like beer is just like, dude, you can't have more fun than with beer. Like beer is like.
Are you still a drinker? Do you still drink?
Not as much as it loses its zest. So I'd say like when you first started at the brewery, dude, it's like it's hard. You kind of have like shock, bro. You're just like, I'm around beer all the time,
like Charlie and Willy Wonka's factory, dude. Man.
I still remember one of the first days I came out there to film. They were canning this pastry stout, so it was like an Oreo pastry stout. So this thing's like 12%, like super. It's just a awesome beer. And
Oreo pastry stout.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa,
like
man.
it was a crazy beer, man. And so I remember walking in there at 7:00 in the morning on a canning day. So they were putting in all these cans, and they're like, "Here, do you want to try it?" And I'm like, "It's 7 in the morning, dude.
It doesn't matter. It's a brewery."
Yeah, and I was like,
"You're the camera guy."
I was like, "It's 7 in the fucking morning, dude. I can't do this." But then, I went crazy for a while.
But then you accepted it?
Oh, of course, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, beer does taste better at 7 in the morning. Why have I been drinking coffee, dude?
Better have one of those heavy, thick beers to fill you up.
Oh, yeah. It's
like
got some nutrients in there. There's some oatmeal in there, so, get you all your nutrients and shit.
The oatmeal. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just like, so yeah, for the first year, dude, I was like, yeah, beer was it was never an issue, but it was to a point where I would consider myself a full-fledged connoisseur. But now it's to the point where it's like, from a business standpoint, I realized that drinking during the week just was not good for me. So like weekends are always my thing. weekdays or for work.
Okay.
And that's helped me keep a good life balance. You know what I
That's
mean?
awesome that you distinguish that. I had to just cut it out altogether.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, dude.
So
That's good.
fucking, I mean, maybe if I'm 50 or something and I feel like I've earned it, I'll
Yeah.
get back in. But I feel like I'm on a roll. Don't need to.
It's been 50 years. Just fuck that. You've earned it, dude. Fuck the 20 years of not drinking. You've earned it.
Yeah, but for the reason, like you said, like, to like really maximize what you've got going on. I mean, it just gets in the way if you're like doing it every night.
Yeah, especially in excess. Like, there's some people that are like always that person that's like, yeah, I'll have just like 1 16-ounce like pint. I was always just like, I'm gonna have like the whole 6-pack, and then yeah. So it's like to a point where it's like, yeah. So on the weekends I can enjoy myself, but it's like during the week it's like, as of lately it's been like I work weekends too. But you got to work hard sometimes for it to pay off. But yeah, so beer's good, but you gotta.
You don't find the temptation too hard. It's pretty easy to manage for you.
Oh yeah, dude. The only thing I can say, I don't want to jump into addictions, but nicotine's the only thing that's got me by the balls at this point.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude. I had a band practice last night, and speaking of which, we'll do a little announcement right before the break or after. But the bassist, like, he had nicotine patches, and we're like, "Oh, are you trying to quit smoking?" He's like, "No, I just like the nicotine." He literally he's just wearing the patches just because he liked the buzz.
6 whole patches on his
No,
arm.
not 6 of them. But
That's great.
But yeah,
that
so-
works. Then damn, I should switch it up.
hey, man, I mean, more power to you.
Yeah, it's like alcohol's never been anything like. It's always been just like I enjoy it, but it's never been that thing like I was like, oh, I need it. But yeah, like, unfortunately, like wake up and I'm like, how do I get all this work done? And I'm like, pop a Zin or two, get her going. And it's like cigarettes aren't my thing, but yeah, just vapes and stuff are just way too easy. And nicotine just I don't know what the science behind nicotine is, but in my personal experience, like it just helps kind of open my mind a little bit and helps me chug through a lot of work when I have it on my plate. So I don't want to
Damn.
argue it with Joe Rogan's probably like, nah, dude.
Joe Rogan smokes cigars on his podcast,
Oh, that's true.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Those guys, all these podcasters, man, they do whatever they want.
yeah,
And I mean, enjoyable. They've created their own space. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they deserve to have that freedom.
yeah. As long as you don't pass me a blunt like Elon Musk, we'll be good. I haven't smoked weed since high school, so
No, that's fine. Yeah.
yeah,
No.
the podcast would slowly go off to a very slippery slope. Yeah, you want to know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a break, Cameron, if you want to roll that ad. What's up, everybody? It's finally fall, and I am feeling so damn comfy. And the reason is all of our products for Riches and Rags have come in. Right now, you see me rocking our Sherpa blanket. And no, it does not only come in the heart design. As a matter of fact, I've got 4 designs, keeping it simple for you, and then our original Riches and Rags logo. So you could get this Sherpa blanket in any of the 4 designs. We've got a yen coin, we've got a Bitcoin, we've got a shamrock coin, and of course this heart. Checking out the next piece. The towels, the rags. There's so many of them. Where to start? Oh, they're so fucking soft and cozy. My girlfriend likes the sublimated one a little bit better. And I like this one quite a bit too. If I could just find the coin logo on it. It's no big deal. There it is. It's hiding right there on the corner. And it is soft. I've been using these for about 2 weeks, and I got to tell you, they're now my favorite towels. As a matter of fact, this is our Turkish towel. And if anyone's curious where I got these, they're print-on-demand products from Printful. Here's our Riches and Rags logo embroidered. And I'm genuinely honest. I have been using these for 2 weeks, and they are my favorite. And if you're liking maybe a small actual rag for champions, Bitcoin. Get that crypto. It's a bear market right now, or so they say. And last but not least, you can check out the satin robes. I've been wearing this all week as well. And honestly, I'm thinking about buying some more myself. But I want you guys to check them out too. So you can go to our website at delaostudios.com and you can get any of these. And if you don't want to support us by buying anything, just hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. That is probably the best way to support us, is by liking, sharing, and following the content. Right on. I hope everybody has a great fall. And let's get back to the episode. We are back. Right on. Yeah, man. The whole learning curve for this content creation is a bitch, and on both ends, the technical end, like the actual hardware, the wiring,
Oh yeah.
and like angles, and then like the software end. So it's just like two big things, two big hills.
You gotta learn, like at least you're just doing it. Because again, you fooled me. I could have sworn you've been doing it for a while. So
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I did reach out to you, like, and I get you're a busy guy. I was like, when I was just building the studio, I remember I think I reached out to you, or it was another person to help me out with camera angles or something.
Yeah.
But it's like,
yeah, dude. And that was during the part. 'Cause it was like, I think I told you before, I ended up having to just take like a social media break.
Yeah, dude. That's
and
great.
I have a status. I have like I make my mind up sometimes, and it just happens. And I literally just unplugged from social for like a good year. I popped on like every now and again, but
Was it good for your mental health, would you say?
Personally, no. I actually think I should have just stuck it out and kind of tried to just basically set in boundaries about just maybe just not being on social media all day.
Well, what was the reason you stopped or took your hiatus?
It was just to a point where like the amount of people I was interacting with on a daily basis just became just literally all I do. I would just like DMs aren't ever one-sided. So like when you start a DM, it's a you're communicating with these people, and so one message turns into an ongoing conversation.
Okay.
And so it was to a point I just had so many ongoing conversations with so many different people.
Yeah.
It was just to the point where I was like, dude, I don't even like know if like what's even going on anymore. So it was to a point where it's like I just had to cut off, where if I would have just been like, I need to maybe only spend, I'll get to DMs when I can get to DMs. But it got to a point where it's just like, I was letting too many people down on conversations and just like.
And I understand, like, from my perspective as like reaching out and then like, dude, I totally get you were busy. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to, do what he did. Dive into it on my own.
But coming from the person that I was talking to earlier, the guy that likes to come out to people and like put stickers on their car, I was like, dude, I just do not like leaving all these people hanging all the time. But it was like, it's to the point where I was like, I should have just like kind of took a step back, realized I should need to just maybe adjust how much I'm on social media and that I can't get to everybody every day. And then I would have stayed on probably a little bit longer.
You've got to put yourself first.
Yeah.
So that you can give everybody your best.
True that.
You can't give everybody like the best version of you if like you don't put yourself first.
No, that's facts.
So it's like
and so that's
intelligent move to do.
Yeah. And you only like, so I'm steadily coming back on, but now with my new role, like I'm on social media almost like literally like almost like 8 hours a day with
it's a job.
my current social media. So it's like I come on mine every now and again, but I'm just like after answering DMs all day, it's like I don't want to answer DMs like on my own personal time. So it's like
I get it.
But
what are you doing for fun these days?
What do I do for fun? That's a good question. So I'm getting kind of old, I gotta say. It's like I used to do car stuff now all the time. I used to be in the garage and just be putting random stuff in my car. But now, dude, I have a weird hobby. I just love old technology and like old film. So like I like to like go and collect weird old VHS tapes and just like or just take out my old camcorder and just like film these weird retro edits. But as of right now, that's like my only outlet, which needs to change a little bit. I need to get some more outlets, but
I have a really old projector. I'm not going to ditch the podcast to go fetch it out of the garage. I'll show you after the episode, but it's like it's my girlfriend's. It's a really old projector, and it's in really nice condition and in the original case. And yeah, if that kind of stuff interests you, I'll just let you have a look at it.
That's sick,
but
dude.
it's
I don't know. It's like old school, like it's just kind of crazy, dude. Because like you were born in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, we're the same class, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're like the same class of age.
Yeah, yeah.
93, right?
Yeah, 90. So we're the same, dude.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that like we're getting to be that like do you remember those like old vintage movies in the 90s? Don't say that. Like don't you dare say that. Like
well, no,
chill.
I don't know if you've experienced this phenomenon, but it's like when back then in my memory watching a 90s movie, I remember it being clear. But like the more years that go on, it's like not that it's just older. It's like the actual quality seems to be getting older and older.
Oh yeah.
It's like like logically the quality would be old and stay the same.
Yeah.
And it just would stay that old quality. But as I get into the future, it looks like that quality keeps getting older. It's really weird. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, when you're used to looking at your phone and like all this high quality stuff all day, like to me, we watched a movie the other day and it's just like a random VHS that I got and we popped it in, and my homie's like, dude, this grain is outrageous. And like the audio noise, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, but that's what makes it great. Like that's how you know you got a good one, bro.
That's
Like
how you know you got a good one.
like I'm not gonna watch a VHS tape. Like I even have like an old TV that I bought too, just for the VHS, just because again, dude, like
It's one of them TVs with the VHS socket in it, like the built-in.
that'd be dope. But
because
no,
they have those.
that sounds sick.
But, oh, okay.
But now it's just an old. It's like what you'd have in your basement back in the '90s, like that
Okay.
big screen TV, whatever. But it's just again, yeah, VHS, dude. I don't know what it is, but it's just like it's a weird little hobby, I guess I have.
Well, where do you think your film might take you in the future if you've got like this huge interest in old film, but also this making new film? Where do you see that going in the future?
So it's kind of funny too, because a lot of people, it's not as big now because like there's a lot of filters and like presets you can get. But I remember back in the day when I used to literally for like commercial work, there'd be some tie to like the 80s or the 90s where that sort of look was needed. So I used to come out with my actual, big VHS camera that you have on your shoulder, and they're like, "What is that?" And I was like, I thought you said you wanted a VHS video. And so like the fact that like I was out there like just really doing commercial work with a VHS camera, people would be in the comments and be like, "What filter is this?" And I was like, "No filter."
No
Like,
filter.
no filter. So
Damn.
I could definitely see it progressing to more. I really want to start shooting super films like 24 mil or whatever, or I mean Super 8, just like 8mm film.
Okay.
Yeah, just like super old cameras. Like I would love to start just messing around with more, just because you can get that genuine like old school look, dude. That's just, I don't know, just it just hits people in the feels, dude. Like I posted a video of the Balloon Fiesta that I shot on that camera, and people are like, "Oh, dude, the vibes on this are just insane," because for some reason it just packs vibes that you can't get.
I wonder if people born after that
probably-
can feel that.
Oh no, they're
No?
probably mute to it, dude. They're probably like,
Probably
"What?
mute
This
to
video
it."
sucks." Like, would you film with this with like a Motorola Razr?
Yeah, I can you just imagine it, the little clips and like
Yeah.
the little glitches just because of the actual tape being
So
fucked
cool,
up
dude.
or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw a guy film a video at the state fair with an actual like film camera.
Mhm.
So cool, dude. Like the vibes that like even though it was shot this year, like I'm like, dude, took me back to like 1970, even though it wasn't there. But like super cool.
Would you ever get into short films or movies, or
That's a
are
good
you trying to keep it like really short and commercials type of things?
So even though like I love storytelling, I've always been like a weird, and it could be a flaw or it could be a strength, I'm not sure. I've always been like a one-man band type of person. I like to be knowing that I could produce something solely myself. So I don't know if that means I have trust issues or something, but
No, it's an element of creative control.
Okay.
And it's also, I think, if I were to give my perspective on that, I think it's at the end of the day when the result is there,
yeah,
you want to be able to say, I did that.
that's true.
Because, I mean, and then you want to be able to know that you did all of it. Because when there's more people brought in on the team to make the whole thing happen, you start to question, well, how much of each part did I actually do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's valid. So like it's just going to filmmaking. I just know that there's a lot, and at that point, maybe if I ever did decide that, going to film school could help with scripting and casting and such stuff that I'm not really familiar with. But at this point, I just love being capable to produce anything or what I do solely by myself. So I think advertisement, especially like digital like media marketing, is kind of like the niche that I'm gonna probably continue to pursue, and maybe one day occupy like more of a creative director role. So basically, I would be again finding people that are also talented that I could help them build similar sort of things.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like I just love the fact that you can basically make somebody interested in a product without actually selling them the product. So like it's like advertisements nowadays, like the way I do stuff for Bosky is it's not salesy. It's not like buy this beer.
Like how I was just doing.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I was literally just like, buy this shit. I mean, you didn't see the ad, but I'm like talking about it, saying it's fluffy. I mean, I don't know what the hell to do.
That's
I'm
fine.
It's gonna be a little minute inside the 2-hour podcast, but it's what I can do.
You can just find creative strategies to way like so. One funny one that I did back in the day with my shirts is I made like a fake infomercial, like an 80s infomercial, like those ones that you'd see on the TV that are just so corny.
Okay.
So there's an
You
element.
intentionally made it corny.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I intentionally acted
Okay.
like I was selling it. Like so, it's like there's always like quirks to it, and that's like what's fun is like trying to mask a way to market something without it being an obvious ad, which is hard these days because you can be on Instagram and
This
you
is
can,
good advice.
yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
You can try, dude. But like being on Instagram is getting to the point where I've seen a lot of companies actually stray away from high production quality because instinctually we're on Instagram and you're scrolling through, and if you get an ad, usually it's a high quality ad.
Mhm.
Are you gonna sit there and watch that ad?
No, you're gonna just.
You're gonna pop right through it.
So yeah, they're the ads that are disguised to look like someone actually just like throwing a thing and having fun with it, or
Yeah, that's what's crazy, bro. Or you're starting to see a lot of people doing like ads with like TikTok where it looks like some kid just pulled out his phone and just did it, and
Yep.
it's just we're in a weird shift right now. So it's just kind of like, even though I like the high quality aspect better, it's just great to see the shift change and seeing how you're gonna adapt. And
It's creating a lot of jobs for content creators too, and it's giving
Yeah.
them a lot of opportunities to increase their skills and
Facts.
just like shoot commercials and stuff in a new way. Yeah.
And making it relatable, because that's the hardest part, dude. You gotta make people think that forget that they're even actually getting sold anything.
So I'm gonna share it because I'm gonna be making some like story type ads with these rags that I was telling you. Here's my idea, and you can tell me if you would improve it in any way. So just scenarios, like for example, one would be a lady's giving birth. It'd just be like a minute or 30 seconds. She's like giving birth. She's like, oh my God, it's coming. And the husband's like, what do we do? And then her water breaks. And then the water just keeps breaking. Like it's just like the water just keeps coming.
Oh my God.
It just keeps coming.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, how are we going to get out of here? And he's like, let me get the rag. And then one of my rags just cleans all of it up like that. I mean, obviously you can't clean up a whole pool of and then that'd be like the end of the commercial. Like, damn, this is really good.
That's pretty funny.
So
It's-
like that, right?
Oh, I'd watch the fuck out of that just because I'd be like, I'd be like, this is this is out there. And see, that's what's crazy is like there's having fun like that. Because I can kind of see it now, just like that, like not necessarily a hose. I'm not sure how.
It'd be my imagine is the frame cuts off like where her knees are,
Okay.
and then you would only just see like water falling.
For just a solid like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
of just
and then
water.
maybe a couple different angles if it's splashing this way or splashing that way all over the floor. Just absurdity. Another one I had is and these because they get pretty bad, like almost offensive. And this one is probably okay to talk about, but it's a dude. It's like a Saving Private Ryan kind of scenario. He's like bleeding out, maybe some blood capsules to chew on, and his buddy comes and he's, don't give up, man. You're gonna see your wife at home. And I don't think I can make it. And he's like giving up, and he's like, you're gonna make it. And he pulls out a rag and just kind of like wipes the blood off. He goes, damn, that's really soft. Where'd you get this?
Dang.
This is from delaostudios, and I think I am gonna make it. And then like the end clip is like him getting home on crutches or something.
That's so funny, dude.
So,
I
like-
love that. Like, see, but that's what I mean though. Those are like you're providing you're providing value through that, and I feel like people are like, dude, I can't wait till the next commercial because these just get me every time. Like,
Yeah, they get really offensive. There's the next one is about him coming home because he's the same military guy, right?
Okay.
He comes home early because he was he was hurt, and he sees through the window his wife,
oh no,
and she's the pregnant one.
oh
right,
no,
she's with another dude.
Oh,
So
no.
like that's how I'm tying these commercials
That's
together.
hilarious,
So he
though.
sees, and I might censor this out of YouTube. I don't know, but I mean, I'm sure I could talk about it if I want to make a commercial out of it. So he goes, and he's about to self-delete,
okay,
and then he like remembers his father says it's like a memory, like, son, if you ever do this, just make sure you wrap your head so as not to make a mess for the people.
my
for
God.
the people,
Oh
for the
my
people who
God.
clean you up.
Oh,
And then so he
jeez.
goes to do it, and then he wraps his head in a towel, and then decides, you know what, this towel is too damn good. And
Holy shit.
so yeah, so I mean, like this is where my mind is going with like trying to think of how can I like make these just like shocking, but also like because it's an anti-delete, it's an anti-self-delete ad.
yeah,
It's not promoting that in any way. It'd be like, there's no need to do it, even if you've had these traumatic events. Like, there's still more to live for.
yeah. No, and dude, like, so that's the only, like, a lot of people are afraid to put, like, you're gonna get
That's gonna get
backlash.
so flat. Even talking about this is just.
But
like,
it's but like it's
I got
like,
you.
you're gonna get backlash for sure. But then there are some that's like a form of marketing itself. Like if are you aware like Wendy's Twitter page?
Wendy's Twitter page. No.
I think it might be.
Is it
I'm pretty sure it's Wendy's. So it's basically like their strategy on that. They're just fucking aggressive.
Really?
Like somebody could write a bad review and then
yeah.
just be like,
Bitch.
"All right, Karen," like
Yeah,
whatever.
okay.
But at that point, do they get hella backlash for sure? But it's like that shock factor. You're either gonna make people laugh You're either gonna make people like cry. You're either gonna make people mad. You just have to pick what emotion you want to hit or how many emotions you want to hit. But if you don't hit any emotions, that's where you're just gonna fall flat. So at that point, all those are gonna hit emotions.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking
Yeah.
of. Is like, how can I hit like that emotional point, or just like a complete like jumping off interest point?
Oh no, yeah.
And the fourth idea I've had, and this is probably the easiest one, it's just dude stranded on an island. He's got one towel, and then he just keeps tearing it and keeps ripping it and keeps tearing it, and it's like an infinite towel.
Okay.
And he ends up building a tent, and he has a robe with it, and it's just like a magic towel, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
just a magic towel. Yeah.
That's more of a lighthearted one. That's not too.
Oh no, that one's a little bit less aggressive. That's hilarious. Those are all. I think those are all hilarious. Definitely higher on the production quality side.
Yeah, I would have to be. If I have some trouble with it, I might hit you up.
Let's go. I'll be down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. I dig those. I would do them all. But yeah, just be ready to have some good PR. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It'd have to be done in such a way to like. I mean, because comedy can help skirt some things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, comedy is kind of a vehicle that's used to get messages across in a certain way. Sometimes that would usually be censored.
Yeah.
But yeah, things can be taken out of context
Yeah.
easily,
That's-
very easily.
That's so funny though. That's good though. You
I'm glad you like the
you
idea.
got some good creativity, bro.
I just sit and I think, and anytime I have an idea, I just pull up the notes on my phone.
And then you hit the gong. Is that the idea gong?
No, but actually, now that you bring that up, let's go ahead and you can hit that if you want. And then I've got fortune cookies. So
What's this gong for? What's it in celebration for?
it's just to cue off opening up the fortune cookies.
Oh, nice.
But I'm glad you asked about it because it's the perfect time to cue it off.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right. Well, let's send this bad
Yeah.
boy without getting my beard in the mic. That sounds so good, dude. I would have that around anywhere. Like after I'm done, just taking a dump, dude. Gong. Like, good idea. Gong, dude.
yeah, just announced to the house, man.
What's Casey doing in there? Oh, that's the gong. Yeah, give it 10 minutes.
You ever come out and you don't hit the gong, you're gonna start to worry.
Didn't hear the gong. Are you okay?
Go ahead and pull one out, but don't eat it because they're old.
Okay.
The last episode we tried and they were like,
Oh,
kinda
okay.
stale.
So then we gotta see our fortune or what?
Yeah, no, and we can even open as many as we want. We've got some reaction videos too. We can
Nice.
actually go as deep into those and rewatch any of those that we want.
Let's see.
Let's
here
see what
without
that bad
making
boy
a huge
says.
mess on your
Oh, don't
floor.
worry about it. I'll clean up.
Alrighty, it says the tree that would grow to heaven would have roots in hell.
Fuck.
That's deep, dog. It's almost
As-
as deep as your commercials.
So, I mean, what's your take on that? What does that mean to you? Because I can break that down on my perspective. What's that mean to you?
So I get the way I guess I take it is there's like an even balance you gotta have. You know what I mean? Like there's no all good and there's no all evil one. I'm not very deep when it comes to these, so let's hear what you got.
What's that tattoo on your arm say?
That says the girlfriend I had at the time thought tattoos are cool, so I turned 18 and
Limitless.
it does say limitless.
Oh, limit. I thought it said sinless.
That's the issue though. People say it says limitless.
Oh.
People say like, and I'm just like, what is
and,
happening?
And I'm not avoiding the question. I'll get to
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
I think the tree that has branches in heaven would probably have roots in hell, and I think that's just like there's the capacity to be great or like really great and magnificent, but if you are going to be at that high level of magnificence, there's probably somewhere in your story, way rooted down in your story, an equal amount of bad stuff that has happened. Right?
Yeah,
Because
that's
we
good.
all grow through troubles and we all grow through hardships. And if you haven't been through many hardships, if your roots haven't gone too far into hell, you're really not going to grow to bear too many fruits. You won't have too high of branches that will get. So it's like and this is the thing, you can go through hardships on accident and just fuck up. I'm great at that. I've been doing that my whole life. Or you could just be intentional about it. You could be like, I can intentionally design my hardships, right?
Yeah.
Not eating bad things and having self-control hurts, saying no to going out and partying. And like, I had to say no to going to play poker tonight because we're doing this podcast and I'm going to another band practice tonight. And it's just like, I really want to take my friend's money.
Oh,
He's been taking my money, but I want to take it back. But it's like, sometimes that stuff like hurts and sucks. And it's just like I'm sure, as you got to learn the process of all these videos and it sucks. And that's the roots of hardship, and you can intentionally put yourself through that, and then have higher branches.
I feel like you wrote this, bro.
No, I took quotes off of the internet.
Damn, dude.
But I mean, I did kind of curate them in a way, and I think, does that have like two little letters at the bottom of it? Because it might indicate like.
It does not.
No, it just might be just a general quote.
But
let's open another one, because some of them they'll have like an AL, and it might be like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
You want to hit the guy again? I like to time it, because I've got a button here too.
Alrighty. Sorry, that was probably racist. You cut that out.
That was a Viking noise.
Oh yeah. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
All right, let's see what it says.
When that leprechaun shows up, you must suck my butt.
That was the wrong button.
I was like,
That was the wrong button.
all right, you don't know the context on that one.
He's opening the cookie.
Smart people seem like crazy people to dumb people.
I like this one.
SH.
SH, what is that? Seneca? I don't even know my own abbreviations. But SH means that somebody said that with the initials SH.
Okay.
But what does it say?
Smart people seem like crazy people to dumb people.
Yeah, so if you're a person out there and you see someone out there and you're like, they're crazy, you're probably dumb. And they're probably smart.
Oh, that's great, dude. Yeah, and honestly, I feel like the craziest people are always I love crazy people, dude. Crazy people, I feel like, are the people that fully embrace just not giving a fuck.
They extract
dude.
what it is to be in life.
And that's naturally crazy. If you're drug induced crazy, that's different.
That's lunacy. That's the mental insanity. We're not talking about that crazy. We're talking like genuinely, like as a personality. I think Yeah,
the crazy you are, dude. Like honestly, Elon Musk. He's so crazy, dude.
Taking risks and stuff and just blowing people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little crazy, bro. You gotta be a little bit crazy. You gotta be a little bit erratic.
What's one of the biggest risks you've ever taken?
This is kind of like, there's really no substance. There's the reason that this was a risk is because I probably could have died. But I think that also kind of, if you're willing to put yourself in the scenario that I did, I feel like it kind of is a little bit of a mindful experience, I guess. So for my 21st birthday, I decided to go skydiving, but it wasn't skydiving. It was like static line diving. So it's basically like a giant rope that's attached to your back, and it pulls the parachute for you, and you just have to get yourself down. And I've never been skydiving before, so I was just like, we had a 5...
It wasn't tandem?
No.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, so it was like a 10-minute course or like an hour course where they taught you how to like steer yourself down. They let you know what you're gonna experience.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, this seems like, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, you know what, I'll give it a go. So
I remember seeing your Instagram posts about that back in the day too.
Oh yeah,
you posted about that, right?
I did,
Jumping out of the plane.
Yeah, and obviously I didn't die.
No, yeah, and people, even if they don't die, they hurt themselves. Like they'll break a leg or something on the way down.
Yeah,
I've seen it with my eyes. I was driving through Moab.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I saw people, like a group of people, probably like 6, 7, or 8 of them, kind of floating down gently, and then this one guy kind of just went, whoop! He started spiraling quick and then right into the dirt, and they were a couple 100 feet up. But I was like, damn, like. That dude kind of, it looked like he went down a toilet in the air.
Which he basically did, yeah.
Yeah, he like spun in a couple circles, spiraled down, hit the ground, and I was like, that might have killed that person.
That's insane.
But
you just kept driving, you're like, time
yeah, dude, I was just on the highway. I mean, he was way out there, and you know, I probably would have thought it was normal.
Yeah.
But there was a group of people that were gracefully floating down, and he was just going way faster than them. So yeah, dude.
If you're not first, you're last, dude.
Dodging a bullet. You dodged a bullet by you going solo. I would have done tandem. My bitch ass would have been like, hook the dude on the back.
Again, I wanted to be responsible for getting my ass down. And what's funny, though, is the dude who was responsible for pulling my ripcord, and again, dope dude, but like did not inspire confidence at all because he only had one arm. He had one arm.
No, dude.
He was right-handed, which he's right-handed, lost his right hand, so now he's fucking left-handed.
Dude.
And he was in charge of pulling my ripcord, and the funny story is he lost that right hand on the same jump that I was doing.
God.
And your boy still was just like, don't see any bad signs here, let's just give it a go.
Did you have any deja vus that day or any kind of glitches in the Matrix?
I blacked out, to be honest. What's weird is I don't remember being up in the air at all to be honest. So
There's
it's like,
I've got this theory that if your purpose is not completed and you die in a timeline, and you just get rebooted in a parallel universe. That's my interpretation of it. So I mean, if you blacked out in a moment of fateful switch, I mean, in that timeline, you're probably dead.
damn.
Your parents, they said goodbye to Casey.
This is some Rick and Morty shit,
No,
dude.
I'm straight up. But I mean, like, that's why I asked if there was any deja vu or glitch or anything. I mean,
Yeah.
you may have just blacked out because you were nervous, right?
Yeah.
At what point did you black out?
I just don't remember. So basically, I was hanging on to the wing of the airplane, and then I let go, right, and you start falling.
Uh-huh.
And so I was so light at the time. I was like 120 pounds because I was
Damn.
weird, all like, oh, I want to try to be fit, whatever. Dad bods for the win. But I fell too far, I guess, and my parachute got all twisted. And so basically, they gave you some very small training on that, and it was basically like, don't pull to one side. You basically got to just hang on, kick your feet, and kind of let it twist, so you can get untangled. Because if you pull too hard, you're going to capsize. So I just remember like trying to get untangled, and then after that, your boy kind of just fizzled out. I got down, obviously, but
Well, at what point do you remember stuff? We were on the ground.
when I was like landing. So like I
There's
finally,
a high possibility it was just an extreme amount of adrenaline
Yeah.
and shock that you genuinely did pass out. And actually, that might have been what saved you. What it was, you might even just be like trying to fucking. I just tightening up, and you would go, "Bull," and then like you relax, and then fucking leveled
maybe,
out.
bro. All I remember is just the guy on the mic, dude, just screaming. He's like, "Don't pull." He's like, "Just let it go." It's like you're on a like swing set, and you're like, "This sucks." Like
Oh
I just
my
wanted to go
God,
down, dude. But
that
like,
would be terrifying.
But if you ask me if I'd do it again, I probably
force-
fucking would.
You forcefully put yourself in a life or death situation.
Yeah.
My brother has done that.
Hell yeah.
He's like taken a bet with an Australian in Southeast Asia. I bet you can't swim to that island. Okay. And he spends an hour trying to get to it. Almost gets caught in a riptide. Something bumps his leg.
That's
in the ocean.
terrifying.
He ends up on the island. There's no water or food. And just by serendipity, a boat of Chinese tourists just start boating by.
That's
So he
insane.
swam out to their boat. They gave him a beer and some chicken and rice. And that's what saved him. I'm like, bro,
That sounds like a win.
that's a win, bro.
But see, that's
you
ocean's a
could've-
whole other animal, dude. I don't fuck with the ocean. There's no
He
way.
could have died. He could have died. And that's what I'm saying. You might have died. But I mean, if your purpose for your soul story is, needs to keep going, I mean, boop, how easy it is to just pass it to the next parallel universe, right?
That's crazy shit, dude. I like that
Fucking-
though. That's
but-
cool.
Maybe not.
But-
Maybe I'm just crazy.
All the signs are kind of weird, bro.
And
As
maybe
in,
you're
like,
just dumb.
yeah. That was probably the only. I'd say that was the biggest. Everything else, like I'd say, it's hard to like. That risk was that risk was easy to weigh because like it's like obviously like my life, where everything else just seems
Damn,
so moderate. Like, yeah, when you risk money and if you risk like relationships, and those are important, but that was the only like night and day one where I was like, this is fucking risky, dude. Like,
Well, what did it feel like in the moment? Did you like have any like flashbacks of your life before your eyes, or
I just remember. I think
did you regret doing it? Did you say, "Fuck, I shouldn't have done this"?
no. I think the weird part was like hanging on to the airplane because like you're just hanging on. The dude's like, because you have a drop zone. He's like, just drop, and I'm like not letting go. And he's like, dude, you gotta drop. And I was just sitting there like, and then I just fucking finally just like it's so hard just unpry my hands.
Oh my
And-
God, dude!
yeah,
I
and then
can
just-
trying to imagine it.
Yeah,
It's
and then
fucked
just
up.
drop, dude. But then other than that, like I think when I got down, I was like, that was dope. But I'm like totally just spaced
Son
out
of a bitch,
how much
dude.
time. And what's funny is at the end, he's like, you want to help pack up the parachute? And he's like, what's crazy is you have the 25-year-old parachute. And I was like,
What?
yeah, I know it sounds like I'm making this up, dude. It's just like, I'm going to blame my fucking dad. Like, he's the one this was his gift to me. And I told him I wanted to go skydiving. He's like, all right, I'll find you a place. So he found me a place. Little did I know this was not like a
It was
skydiving.
a budget.
It was, yeah, it was
skydiving.
like
It's
a
an
club.
economy.
It was like a club, dude.
Oh my
And
God, dude.
so I was like, and like, yeah,
You have a good relationship with your dad,
he might secretly hate me. I'm not sure. Like, he's like, fuck, that didn't work.
or maybe it did in the other timeline.
Oh, yeah, that's
Fuck,
true.
Yeah, man, just playing.
But yeah, it's just
Damn.
it is.
That
Looking
is-
back at it now, it was like kind of a stupid experience. But yeah, risk.
is
That was risk. Risking for what I don't know, but it was a risk.
Holy cow! Let's pull up some of these videos. Let's see what's going on here. Can we make this a little bigger? And You know what? I usually choose them, but we're just going to scroll down them, and I'm just going to let you pick them out by name.
All right. Does it say how to undog a toilet?
How to
clog? Your boy's blind if you can't.
Yeah,
notice by these
how to
binoculars.
unclog a toilet. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got. Yeah, let's click that one. I think it's animated, and actually, you as a creator of videos and stuff, you can let me know if you think this is like animated, and because it's kind of bad quality. So, basically,
yeah, it's some CG, but that's
some
dope, though.
CGI.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
that's
fake.
pretty good.
It's hilarious. So for the listeners who can't see the video, basically, first person point of view, this guy's got a bottle of Coke with Mentos inside the top. He turns it upside down, puts it in a clogged toilet. It rockets out, sprays all over the stall, breaks the toilet, and then it just starts overflowing. Yeah, that's CGI.
The reason I'd have to say is like
It
their
looks like a
sewage
really-
water is that's some shitty sewage water. Like
That's too much too
Uh,
quick,
yeah,
right? It's
like-
filling up the whole bathroom stall.
that's a good one.
All right. Yeah, we can click Grandpa Fights Off Alligator. That's a fun one.
That sounds good.
There's so many we've got for months old.
The sound.
So there's a grandpa. I don't know where this is, but I can only imagine it's Florida or Louisiana,
Oh,
and it's some
man.
old dude with the frying pan, and he's got quite a hunch. He's old. He's 70 or 80, and there's a big ass alligator almost twice his size, about 1.5 of him, easily in weight. Yeah, it's about as big as him. Maybe it weighs twice as much as him with all that. He just beats it on the head with the frying pan.
The frying pan sound is what gets me, dude. That's like my favorite sound. Like to get just domed with a frying pan. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's crispy.
Yeah, dude, those two hits.
That might be cast iron. That sounds more cast iron. So that's even more fucked.
Oh,
So,
you're right. That does sound
Yeah.
like a cast iron pan.
yeah. So it's like if it was frying pan, it would have a little bit, But yeah, that old guy was armed, dude. He was ready to go.
Well, that's the thing. He's ready to go. It looks like this is a regular occurrence for him. There was no hesitation in that.
Oh,
All right,
jeez. I
let's-
want him on my side, dude.
Okay, let's see some more. Let's just keep going down.
Drunk bitch state fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there
just
you
a fun little videos. Yeah. It's a girl hanging off of a stage. We were just talking about jumping. Oh, but
Nobody, dude.
yeah, the crowd totally failed. They like lightly stuck their hands up, and then yeah, she just
Worst trust fall ever, dude.
that's terrible, dude.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think she may have broke something.
I would have liked if they just kept going. They're just like,
I've fallen from that height and I've broke something. So it's like jumping off a wall into a pool. I broke my hip.
oh damn.
Like
Have you
halfway
ever
in
like
the pool.
crowd surf like that?
No,
Oh,
I've
dang.
never
You
tried.
gotta, dude.
I will hopefully be able to drum up a crowd like that in the future. And honestly, I'm not a big dude, so it might not be too hard. And she
No.
didn't seem like a big lady, but
That was like 110 pounds.
no, but that was completely effortless on the crowd. All right, let's.
Her a lot. I think it's fine. Maybe she blacked out on the way down too, and she died. And she's in a new parallel universe as well.
Maybe honestly, a fall like that could actually kill you if you hit the back of your head.
Oh yeah.
You know, right? I mean, she
Then-
was pretty high up.
Then you gotta wear a helmet next time, lady.
Or maybe she's wearing a helmet from now on.
Oh shoot.
Oh, this one's cool. This guy's crazy. Or maybe I'm just dumb and he's smart.
You wanted him, bitch. Is that who you really wanted? You sure
So-
about that?
So it's a redneck. He's got like a star. It's like a flag hat. He grabs a wasp nest with his hands.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's got some fucking psycho eyes.
That's a true American right there,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know what that he's singing, but it's definitely patriotic. No, it gets crazier, man. What do you think he's about to do?
Don't say he's gonna eat it.
I didn't say he's gonna eat it.
I feel like he's gonna eat it now.
How do you? Have you seen
Look
this?
at this. Just look at him, dude. He looks hungry. He looks like he could use some protein.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
So,
There he is, bitch.
so
That's crazy. No,
Like
that's
you-
not smart. That's just crazy.
it is a little crazy, but maybe he's building up an immunity. There's a moment here. Watch. I'm going to pause it because he's angry. And there's things called micro expressions. And I think I found one in this guy. Watch. Check this out. I'm going to try and stop it. Right there. Yeah, here we go. He is worried. He is hurt. There's a man inside of this angry man that's like, please don't do this to me. You can see it in his eyes.
No, that is true.
It looks like the outside version of him is forcing the inside to do it. And then you keep going and he gets angry again. There he goes.
Yeah, okay.
The crazy eyes.
There he is, bitch.
Oh my god, dude. Well, how many views did that get?
I don't know, man. If it were to have a 10% like ratio, which is what TikTok usually pushes, I'd imagine it's 3.5 million views because it's got 366K likes.
Man, all right. Hey,
probably...
well, did you bring any bees? You can make this pack
Did I bring any
viral, dog.
No, I don't have any bees. Man, but props to that guy. That is a true test of endurance, physically and mentally. I mean, to force yourself to do that, and then, yeah, man.
I just want to know who hurt him. Like,
He did. He hurt himself.
Yeah, but like, what got him to this level?
I
He
don't
might have
know.
been a nice guy.
There's still 6 seconds. Let's see what happens.
There he is.
Oh, he's arrived. Okay. There he is. I don't know.
Huh.
That's it. I don't know. Again, that's
No
part of
one knew who he is?
Who is he?
He's the guy that walked in to find his wife pregnant with the other guy. A new commercial. That's him, dude. That's literally that's the last point right there. And then how he cleans the lens off of the camera is
dude.
with your towel.
Damn, dude.
Bam.
I like that. I might spin off that. That's what a character to play into. Damn.
That was gnarly.
Holy cow. So we'll read these titles so there's not just kind of dead air. Tibetan yoga and breathing. Bone and finger.
Oh God.
No, we don't have to keep going gross. We can do other funny things. So here's something interesting. Mushrooms can talk. So if you hook up... You know what? These TikTok links, when they get too old, TikTok just starts replacing them with random videos. That was supposed to be a video of a dude hooking up wires to mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then they use a synthesizer and it goes boop, 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 and like the mushrooms will talk. And then they'll like poke the mushrooms and then like they'll start beeping and booping more.
That's interesting.
It's really crazy.
But that's weird how
I guess
the link is done. That's
Wow.
strange.
The what?
That's how the link can just expire?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's something I've noticed. If what I need to do is record them and make my own video file.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And because, yeah, I just think that, yeah, watch. We'll try another one. Force field lady. I don't know what this is, but we're going to check it out. Maybe it'll be the same video. Yeah, no, see what I'm saying? It's just a random Asian dude cooking food, just like the last one was like some random Indian dudes cooking food. So
Is your TikTok hacked? Like,
no. Watch. Now I'm going to go to a new link. Let's go to one of the more recent ones. Yeah, let's go to this. We used this one, like a week and a half ago?
Suck his balls.
Suck his balls. Be gentle, go slow, and ask what feels good. There's no shame in the ball sucking game. Suck his balls.
Again, content creation, dude. This seems like what she's passionate about. And you
know,
can tell. Like,
I've
she's
seen more-
enthusiastic.
She's very enthusiastic about it. And she's got more videos pushing the same message. I think this is her thing. I don't know. I've only seen 2 of her videos, but I think her whole thing is just suck his balls.
I don't know what sponsors she could get with that business strat.
I don't know. Let's look into it. Let's see her account. Let's see.
Manscaped
give her
for
credit.
sure, dude. You can't be sucking hairy balls.
Snip feed,
So-
love bites, yes, slut shaming, yeah. She's basically pushing sex advice content, and of course, yeah, we don't need to watch all that stuff.
Huh.
But it's definitely, what would she be selling? We don't have to click her links, but author, podcast host, professor. Okay, so I can tell just by.
1 million followers.
Oh
dude.
yeah, dude, that stuff
Get
can
outta
rack up
here.
quick. Sex is one of the most easily sellable things. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, we had a sociology teacher in high school, Miss Scott, I remember. And
Oh, I remember Scott.
Yeah, she made a point about that. She was like, yeah, this is one of the only things that humans are just naturally interested in. Like,
Yeah.
most other subjects, you have to convince someone at some point to be interested in. But, like, sex is something, like, across the board that you don't really have to convince anyone to be interested about it. They just kind of, like, curiously, like, what's going on about that.
Yeah, that's true.
So it says professor, author, podcast host. I can tell just by reading that. She probably sells a book. She probably sells a subscription. And she probably sells a course on how to do things. And that's probably how she's monetizing. I don't want to click her links, though.
Yeah.
No.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Let's see. These titles go Man Walks Goose. You're just being a dick. Government auditor stirs shit up. Let's go to the shrimp one. Let's see if this dude's acting or not. You can let me know if you think this dude's acting. There's a shrimp. And we open the link.
So, I'm going to video this. I already smelled it before I got to it. Garbage can has shrimp.
Okay, first of all, I don't know what accent he has. Can you tell what his accent is? I'll turn this volume.
I think his accent's like double chin. He just has too much chins, dude.
Oh, let's keep listening. Double chins, you said?
Shrimp peelings. There's shrimp peelings in the garbage.
I can't tell what his accent is.
I think it's about to puke. That's what it is.
Shrimp peelings in the garbage. So I don't know why he says it's the first one's blocked. Sometimes I think they just say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
again,
don't think-
yeah.
I don't know.
Since Easter.
So I think he's being genuine. I don't think he's acting. What do you
There are
think?
some people that have that weird gag reflex, dude, where like they hear something like just with that playing, I guarantee you could have somebody here that's like, don't like. I'll start gagging. Like,
Oh, you'll start gagging?
no, I won't. But
Yeah,
as in like,
neither will I.
There are
Don't
some people that I think have that mental thing where they could probably make themselves do that. Yeah. But
But why is he making it?
I couldn't even get it to the road.
He's making a video of himself. It's like he gave up on moving the trash can. Let's see. Oh, he's filming himself doing it. It's so stupid. It's fun.
Cheers. This is real. Oh God, I feel God. So
I've never smelled anything that bad before. I've never been like something so bad that I'm just like in a different place. Like,
I guess I've never
tearing up.
have never smelled shrimp skins that old. But
Shrimp peels from Easter.
Well, we don't know what time it is now, so you don't. Really,
We don't.
so, but
I think I found this maybe a month ago. I like to imagine it's over half of a year.
put out your trash more often, then, homie. Jesus.
Dude, all right, here's the thing. Why hasn't it been taken out since Easter? Since Easter is a holiday, and it's a house he's not at usually, that's his vacation home.
Oh, okay.
That's my.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I'm imagining. I'm not saying that for sure, but I take it that he's got an extra home somewhere.
What does that say on his shirt, though?
Darian Leonard. It's his name.
He looks like a mechanic, though. There's no way he has a summer home.
Don't judge people based on what you never know, bro. Look
I
at his TikTok. He's got almost 1 million likes on his videos. He might just be a content creator.
Maybe. I'm trying to see what's in his front pocket.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's keep going.
I'm upwind. Or whatever.
You're right. There's a little feather on it.
Where do you work?
It's a nice neighborhood, man.
It is.
This is
Yeah, those are really big houses.
yeah, I gotta put this with it.
I don't really feel bad for him. So a performance contractor.
Oh, okay. He's a contractor. He might have a summer home. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, contractors can make bank, right? And especially if they're working on houses and stuff. Yeah, that's just the whole video is him just stressing out over the trash. That beginning is really where it gets me.
So that just goes to show, though, dude. Whatever you're doing, even if it's something as simple as taking the trash out, make a video. You never know. You
that's
never know,
a really
dude.
good piece of advice.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think it's real. I got this impression that he was.
I think it's. I wonder if he's had some more successful videos in the past.
Let's investigate.
Then I could assume that it's not as real. But if that's like his first video,
No, bro, he's got a small following. He's like, I mean, it's large. It's 20K. I mean, it's considerable, but it's not like the million we saw last time. Is this the same guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah.
That was the name on his shirt. Yeah, he's got a few. That video we just watched had 10 million views. See, that's usually the ratio I see on.
10.3.
That makes sense to me with the algorithm.
Yeah.
It seems to see if the like ratio to view ratio is 10%, it keeps pushing it until
That makes sense.
until it drops just below 10%. I don't know. Have you noticed anything like that?
My videos always tapered off after like a week or so. I
Okay.
haven't like the most growth I've seen with videos are within the first 24 hours.
Actually, that makes sense too because you were on TikTok when it was newer, right?
Which was a whole new ballgame.
It's
dude.
different. Yeah,
Whole new
they've
ballgame.
kind of spaced it out to where like if your video is still as viral, they've intentionally spaced it out to where your video will keep growing over like months.
Oh, wow.
Instead of just stopping after a week.
Yeah, dude. Like those are
So-
like is a weird age, dude. As in like it takes a little bit more skill. Back in the day, you could probably go viral very much easier than you can now. But
Yeah, so this guy's not a content creator. He doesn't seem to be monetizing this channel in any way. He just says, "Go Tigers," just being me.
I think he's just a fucking shrimp guy. Too.
I think
there's
we
there's
and-
some more. There's the shrimp right there
Where?
in the
Oh, it is.
slide.
But here's the thing, and I'm always trying to figure out like what makes these videos go viral. What's like, and it's the authenticity. I think that comes down to a lot of it.
Yeah.
Just to be like truthful, genuine, authentic, and
So that's the main. That's kind of like going back to a little bit. It's like a lot of people are telling me like they ask and they're like, "What should I do on TikTok? Like, what do you think people want to see?" I'm like, "Dude, don't give a fuck about what people want to see, dude.
Okay.
TikTok it has such a huge audience. You can literally be you, and I guarantee you will find a group of people that are find what you're doing interesting. As in,
I
like
love
just
that.
because everybody else is like, I have a lot of people that they want to build a car similar to mine because maybe they genuinely like it or maybe they want the following that happened to go along with mine. But that's because that car was like genuinely me. Like you see that
Yeah,
car
yeah.
and you see me skipping to that
Mhm.
car and you're like, makes sense why that's his car. Like
yeah, it does.
But so it's like if you're naturally like if you really love fucking I saw one the other day. This guy likes to drink old beer.
Sure.
So, again,
like found in the attic kind of thing.
Like beer that's like from like 1960s. Like this beer is
okay,
like
damn.
old. So like
Yeah.
and that's what I don't know if he enjoys it or not, but he's literally built a TikTok following off of him drinking old beer. So it's like that's him.
And then that's any niche or any specific, the more specific the better,
Yeah.
almost. And do you think some of that's attributed to just the algorithm in TikTok? Do you think it's just that effective of showing people what they want to see?
It is on my dude, as in my TikTok, it hits me spot on all the time, bro. Like I'm on my TikTok, my For You page is literally like tailored for me, and I'm just like, they know what I like at that point. So
Yeah.
it's like algorithms. People who tell me they that claim to know the algorithm, I'm like, okay, I'd like to believe you, but I'm like, dude, the algorithm is. I don't. Who's your intel? Because like unless you're like literally talking to TikTok, like I don't think you know the algorithm. What's literally worked for me 10 times or every time. Like when I went into a video because I was stoked about it and passionate about it, and I just was. You got to do the due diligence of using like trending sounds and good hashtags. But at the end of the day, I knew those videos would perform. But if I was going into a video, I hopped on a trend I didn't really like, and I just made a video because I'm like I have to keep making videos. The video didn't perform.
You did try to do trends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopping on trends, I think, is unfortunately with TikTok is pretty important.
Okay.
Like,
So you would still do it again?
well, it's like I wouldn't keep doing it over and over and over again. Like, there's one of my favorite videos I did on TikTok was like the GTA trend. So it was like where you basically acted like you were calling your mechanic to drop
We'll
off
check
your
it
car.
out. Let's check that out. Let's see where we can.
And yeah, like, of course, it's not original content, but it's like that one was like I love GTA, and I was like, dude, this video is gonna be so fun, and it ended up being very fun.
How far down do you think it is?
So I actually think I guess just keep going. It might be pretty far. Let's see.
These are some beautiful pictures. These are some. Oh my
It's
God.
actually to be that one right. Oh, that's actually just a recap on it. So if you scroll down a little bit more, keep going.
Police officers,
Keep
swirling
going.
glitter, girl sitting on a car.
So it's gonna be that one. See that right? I'm like holding my hands like to the side of me.
That
right
one?
there. Yeah.
1.3 million views. Oop, this one. Sorry, 1 second.
No, you're
Let me
chilling.
just turn that down just a little. Where the fuck did my mouse go? Oh, sorry. I'm gonna give it to you. We're fighting because we don't have a. I don't know if it's a Windows thing, but you can't split
Oh,
and have
yeah.
two mouses, so we like fight over one.
That's funny.
Cool.
So yeah.
Okay, so
basically.
Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah, okay.
So again, super stupid trend, but like I was like, some of the trends that you can like know that you can put your own spin on, because I think I'm the only one that did 80 somersaults in the street. Like, so
Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are clean somersaults,
yeah, that's good,
man.
dude. I used to be
On
a
the
gymnast,
asphalt.
dog. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right. You used to do gymnastics.
that's it, dude. That all went to shit. Now I can't even touch my toes, but
But
yeah,
this
so-
is something that you were like, this is going to be fun. I want to do this.
yeah. So like finding trends that you can enjoy, that you can put your own spins on, like doing a trend like shot for shot like somebody else has, because just like I don't know, you saw. Well, say if somebody did one just like mine. They're like, oh, I saw Casey's video. I'm going to literally recreate this video. And at that point, it may not perform as well because this was my version of this video. So they could have put their own little spin on it.
The car explodes. at the end.
So,
And is that effects in an Adobe that you're using?
yes, that's
Explosion?
After Effects, yeah.
Okay.
And very, very shitty use of After Effects. But
Hey, man, it works.
but again, I think the trends are super important, especially with TikTok. But then again, staying unique to you, because like if you just try to, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna fall off. If you're like just creating content just to create content, you're gonna fall off.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. So that'll be Stance Quarters as well. But those are all. One day I really hope to like do more of a film-based YouTube channel where I can do like BTS and that sort of stuff. But yeah, that'll be me.
Okay, so this is YouTube channel for everyone as well.
So if you like car stuff, but yeah, it's like this was pretty much where we just did all of our like after movies, car showcases, and stuff like that.
Nice, man. This is awesome. And even though the Stance Quarters thing is tapered off, that's not so discouraging to have stopped you in any way, right?
No, it's definitely like, again, I don't have the relationship that I do with everybody in the community like I used to. Like those were like, when I say our community was, we called it this, like SQ fam. So basically it literally felt like family. We would have barbecues. There's like 10 people that were like super really close. Like we were all really, really close. So it's a bummer that we don't do that type of stuff anymore. But again, it's just all part of growing. As in like resisting growth is just going to be more painful in my opinion. So,
Again, yeah, choose your pain.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point I knew that, there was just a bit of a greater jump that I had to do, and they got to me where I am today. So it's like, who knows what next? Maybe Stance Quarters will be here next week. Maybe it'll be here next year. Who knows? But pretty much, I just know I'm gonna have a camera in my hand. That's all I know.
You got some tattoos, right?
Just one.
Just
The Simitless there.
just Simitless.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
What is happening?
Let me make it bigger. Let's see here. Turn the volume on.
Is he just pissing his pants?
It looks like it. I don't know where the volume is.
What is
give it to
happening?
Cameron.
And they're just letting this happen?
Well, so
I don't feel comfortable tattooing you, man. Boy. I'm pretty sure he... Are you alright, dude? Yeah. You okay?
So-
I don't feel comfortable.
so he says, "I don't feel comfortable tattooing you, Larry," and Larry's just like, "Why?
Are you
Why?"
alright, dude? Yeah. You okay?
So,
You've got to, if your friend is trying to get a tattoo and they look a little too drunk, maybe tell them no. I think this is just a situation of a bad
man.
friend.
Yeah, he's toasted for sure.
Yeah,
he's done. But
I don't think Larry, I don't think he wants to stop the tattoo.
no, dude, I already peed on the floor, dog. Let's keep her going.
Yeah, just
I don't
keep it
have
rolling.
to pee. I just peed. We're chilling. Like, you could go if you want now too. It's
And-
sterile.
Props to the fucking tattoo artist, man. He handled that pretty professionally. I can only imagine because I had someone throw up in my car the other day. I
Oh,
was giving her, and like it's like asked to pull over.
yeah.
I had that happen a month ago, and he was like, I need to throw up, and I was like, cool, pulled over, and then he's like, all right, open the door, and it's good. Let's get you home. This guy that just threw up in my car was just like, "Ugh," and I'm like, oh man, at least ask to pull over.
And you have to clean it, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. I had to clean it. I just pulled to the gas station. I was like, sorry, guys. I can't take you in that direction. I have to go clean this.
Yeah.
Because you made my whole Friday night bunk. It was like 10:30, and I was going to work till like 2 or 3.
Damn.
So it's unfortunate, and yes, I had to clean it, and I would prefer not to, but thankfully Uber did pay out. Like, it was like $150 for a cleaning fee.
Nice.
But it's like I would have made $300 or $400 if I like if I could have worked that
Yeah.
whole night. So it's like my night kind of broke even. I didn't make as much as I wanted to, but I mean, I didn't get completely fucked.
Do you charge them if they puke in your car? Like, do they get
Dude,
like a?
I took a picture and I got like a picture of like him getting out of the car, like looking at his shirt, and it's really hard to contest that when like the riders like, and they can check the metadata on the photo, they can see the GPS data and the time it was taken on the photo, so they can see that it's a genuine claim and I'm not like fraudulently saying they threw up when they didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do, for any of the drivers out there who don't know what to do, you just get pictures as quickly as you can, and it's okay to even film the riders getting out of the car. That's what I did. I filmed them getting out of the car.
That's crazy.
Took
I'd
the
be
screenshots.
so mad, dude.
I had to go home, make a claim with Uber right away, and yeah, dude, this just the smell is the worst thing, man. So I don't think Larry's gonna be cleaning this up.
Oh, fucking Larry.
Yeah, I mean, I want to feel bad for Larry, but given his circumstances, he's getting a tattoo. I don't think he's in a place it's absolutely necessary to his activities. I think there's probably more pertinent things. Let's go to this one. I wish some of the older links worked. I'm going to start clipping the videos. Do you ever have any bad neighbors?
That's me.
That's
you? I'm usually the guy starting my car at like 3 a.m.
Oh, so you've got your neighbors
yelling
at
dude,
you
all the time. Like I have a guy right next door to me.
Oh,
and
no.
he's deaf, dude. He's deaf as fuck. So he comes out and just like 3 a.m. and he's, or not 3, it's like 12, whatever. He's
in the wee hours, 12, or in the afternoon?
At night, yeah.
Okay.
12 at night, yeah. And he's like, "Why are you starting your car this late at night?" I'm like, "I gotta move it." Like, sorry. And then like I'm like, "Dude, I know you're deaf." And he's like, "But my wife isn't." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Like, I literally don't know. I'm not over there fucking revving it. I've literally gone to the extreme where I put like socks stuffed with newspaper on the ends of the exhaust tips just so I could like get what."
But you got to take those out, right?
Oh yeah, I do. But it's just to like muffle the car while I move it.
And
Like,
how long can you leave those in there?
fuck if I know. But it muffles it down, dude. It muffles it down.
The fact that you're doing that for the deaf guy and his wife, that's very considerate of
It
you.
is.
I don't think you're the bad neighbor.
Yeah,
by any
no.
means. But yeah, does he ever cuss at you like that, or does he keep it pretty respectful?
Luckily, he just knows. Like, I don't know. I haven't had anybody that disrespectful, but like he's gotten there a couple times. But
Something tells me this guy is blowing dust just to piss his neighbor off.
yeah, every day he's like, "Gotta get the dust out, dust in my lawn."
People, you don't need to fight with your neighbors like this, because if you treat your neighbors like this, and this is kind of a regular, and it sounds like you guys are respectful and you're at least making an effort.
Yeah.
When shit hits the fan and like stores close down, it's like, who are you gonna ask for immediately for food or help? It's like, maybe the people in the immediate geographic proximity.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Remember that time I asked you to stop blowing dust in my lawn, asshole?" He's like, "Oh, your wife fucking broke her leg and fell on the stairs. Not my problem." Like,
I actually had a thought, like, if I was picking up a pregnant lady, like if I had a ride request as like a ride share and like the lady was actively giving birth, like I don't know what I would do if I would just cancel the ride. Or if,
no,
like,
dude, you get her there, bro. You speed
get
race
her there.
out.
Well,
Yeah.
what if it's far? I mean, get all that in my car. What if she has the kid in my car and then someone hits me and then kills both of them while I'm giving them the ride? I could get a double homicide.
Jesus Christ.
Like, these are the fucking.
All right, lady, get the fuck out of the car. Like,
So it's like, what would you do? What? I don't know.
I'd say it'd be a fight or flight. You'd figure it out. I highly doubt you'd think. I literally think if she was in there, you'd be like, "I'm just gonna get you to the hospital. Buckle in." And if he falls out, buckle him in.
If he falls out, buckle him.
Yeah.
Hey, how dare you assume that fetus's gender? It's not even a real
Dang.
being according to people.
Buckle it in.
Son of a bitch. What time are we at? We're probably at that 2-hour mark. What do you think, man? Do you want to dig in more videos, or do you want to call it?
Unfortunately, speaking of work, I actually got to get my ass all the way to
That's fair,
the
man.
place to open up a new location, which is going to be sweet. But yeah, dude, I appreciate
Hell
you
yeah.
having me. This was a ton of fun.
Thank you for sharing some of your wisdom and knowledge and experience with us too, man. I hope.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I learned stuff. I hope any of the viewers getting into content creation.
I hope I inspired everybody just to slam their car a little bit and just see how it affects their life and see if it affects it positively.
Hell
so,
yeah.
yeah, the second you lower your car, you're just going to become a better person. It's just natural. Like, I saw your jet out there. I can help you cut the springs.
My Subaru.
Oh, your Subaru? Oh, then we have a little bit more work to do. That thing's
Yeah,
small.
dude. No, the cross.
I could fit a watermelon in that wheel gap.
Yeah, I'd
dude.
probably lift it, bro.
That'd be cool. That's cool, too.
Is that cool too?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's not stance though.
You can just ram shit. It's Monster Jam shit, so it's dope.
You're using all these words. I have no idea what the fuck
I have
they
some
mean.
weird slang, dude. I want to be that old 40-year-old guy just talking a bunch of slang from like the 80s and nobody's gonna understand what I'm talking about.
It's a beautiful thing about language.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, dude, I had a blast. Appreciate
Right on.
you.
Thanks.
And yeah, I'm excited to see this bad boy air.
Any last like things you want to promote or point to as the video closes?
Pretty
like
much.
channels or anything?
No, I think I'm chilling.
Cool.
As in, you guys know where to find me. Sir Stancy Stang is pretty much my handle on all platforms. So if you want to come talk shit or not talk shit, I'll probably get to your DM one day.
Wait, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Have
Later.
a great day.